Guys, welcome. This is the JeekLeague Week 4. We're halfway, well, more than halfway at this point through our 4v4 Team Battle Tournament series here in competitive online Guilty Gear Strive. We have had how many teams? 20 teams, 80 people fighting it out week to week to try to see who are the best of the best in our online tournament environment. Guys, let me go ahead and talk about the current standings, how everything is going right now, okay? So first off, Sin is broke. This character is crazy. No, for real though, Sin still stands as the most popular character here in the JeekLeague, has been featured in 22 sets. I think that's the most sets, but as you can see, there's some close seconds here. But has the highest representation. Definitely a very popular side character. Ramlethal, very high up here as well. So is Potemkin and Baiken. As you can see, I didn't sort it, but Johnny got some more representation as well. What else we got down here? I've been keeping track of what the home team advantage equates to in terms of win percentage, and as you can see, at first it was pretty crazy. 2 rounds are in a week, so we've had 6 rounds so far. In the first 2 weeks, the home team advantage was pretty clear. But what the fuck happened last week? I wasn't here last week because I was doing a work trip, and the home teams got bodied. I'm gonna keep it a million with y'all. Now let me explain what the home team advantage can be. Here at the 4v4 Team Battle Tournament Series, the JeekLeague, the home team gets to counterpick their away opponents. The away team has to declare who they are going to pick at 8 p.m. EST the night before, if they're on time. And then the home team gets 24 hours to figure out how they want to put people around, how they want to counterpick, whether it's going to be a player matchup or a character matchup. And guys, these are your standings after week 3. These are where the teams are ending up. Now, just a real quick heads up, some teams have had a bye, so they're not going to have as many games played as their opponents. But at the end, you would have had 8 total games played by the end of week 5. So you got this week and next week. In Group A, a reminder on the teams not top tiers, even though they still had a whole set missed by the end of week 3, because they had a bye, they are still on top on points. That's kind of scary now. Not top tiers, looking like possibly a favorite to make it out as the top seed of their group. But there's still a battle to be had between Gorillas, featuring Ramlethal, and Yokai. So we'll have to see where they end up. Okay, Group B. Group B. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. Okay, so as you can see, 3 workers, 1 unemployed are technically in 3rd at this point. But after all the team sets are played, they could potentially be a little bit higher. So, you know, add like 4 points to this just on average. And then this is suddenly a lot closer, right? 26, 23, let's say like 21 or so. So, this is a battle to see not just who's going to make it out on top seed, but who's going to make it out at all. Because only 2 teams can make it out of each group. Okay, Group C. Group C, better game design. Looking pretty good here. Now, this is where, oh, Team Factor's on top. Not necessarily, because better game design still didn't have a team set played by the end of week 3, or as many as their peers. Again, one last time. Everyone will have 8 at the end, so it'll all be evened up. But still really close, and in fact doing better than OoeyG. But OoeyG, they just need a few more good weeks, and they could possibly come out on 2nd seed above Team Factor. We'll have to see last group, and then we'll start our first set. It's gonna be in this team. Damn, dude, Mash here on top again. Bad Moon still needs to play more games. Add like 4 to this, and suddenly it's a lot closer. Mash, Sweet Tooth, Bad Moon. Okay. So look, they're pretty close here, guys. It could possibly be pretty close. After we tally up the scores from the end of week 4, we'll have a better idea of just how many more sets you have left to make it out. We got the Goopy Slimers going to be starting us off tonight, I think, as the home team. We got Unbiased Ear, Udon, Scissors, and FlaeN. Oh, and they're going to be going up against the away team, the 3 workers, 1 unemployed. I forgot who the unemployed one was. I think it was happyrio. Sorry if I'm wrong on that. Speaking of happyrio up there in the top, you also got cloned. You got Akeno FGC Editing Jeek here. Domi World will be joining 3 workers, 1 unemployed, as their emergency replacement to finish out the rest of the season. Guys, I'ma date the VOD real quick. Last weekend was Combo Breaker, and your boy Unbiased here had a hell of a run. Unbiased, how was that major?
It was fun. I think like the craziest thing to me was actually seeing people who I like fight online in person. Like I remember I was running sets with like Lurie, and I looked behind me, and Jack was right there, and I was like, holy shit, you know, that is Jack. And I was like, I don't know, it was such a different experience, and it was just so much fun turning out and getting to compete in person.
Yeah, that's cool. Turns out we're all human beings. We're not just faces, or rather names on a screen. We have, we're faces behind that screen. So glad you were able to go out there and you were holding it down. I want to call out one moment that I remember. You were on stream against SQ.
Oh, no.
And at one point you started hitting her with this. You're like, you're doing a little side eye. You're like, whoa, what is she doing over there? Anyway, what were you thinking about? What was your most favorite set? How about you tell me about that?
Well, I said oh no, because I thought you were talking about that gold burst thing. I was about to duck that. We don't talk about that gold burst. But yeah, no, that was fun. I was clip farming there. I'm not gonna lie. I think my favorite part was probably my set against Slash. It wasn't on stream, but it was a lot of fun because I was there and I was playing. And as we were playing, no one was there because they didn't know it was on stream. They thought it was just friendlies. And then I turn around, and the word got out that I was up 2. And then I turn around, and it's like everyone there. You know, like Jack, Red, Keishu, like just like Lakey, Lurie, like just so many people. And I got so many, like it was really cool, you know, like having the community literally like behind me as I'm doing that stuff and competing. So that was by far my favorite set. By a lot, yeah. Yeah,
figuratively and literally, we were behind you right there. That one, don't quote me on this. Even if yours wasn't streamed, shoutouts to Tasker Brian, who went out and did a lot of streaming of the offline sets. So I want to say I saw y'all sit down, but I don't know if we actually saw you play. But shoutouts to Tasker Brian, streamed a lot of those offline sets, so matches possibly like Unbiased and Slash or others. That were very high level, but unfortunately off stream because of scheduling. You can probably check those VODs out over there. Now, we're going to have you come in. I won't take any more of your time. As is tradition right here, hit the JeekLeague. Apples or oranges?
Ooh. That's a good question. I'm going to say oranges.
Thank you very much, friend. Good luck tonight at the JeekLeague Week 4. Yo, Clone, what's going on? I love your picture.
Thank you. I was hoping to like scare Unbiased off, maybe like not have to fight Johnny today.
I don't know if that's like a Zoomer bit or if that's like an Unbiased specific joke, but the amount of times I see them on Twitter with Job and they censor the O is awesome. So I appreciate you coming in with that. You probably would have they're probably shivering in their boots right now, to be honest.
We're not ready.
Okay, Clone, so you also had a tear over at Combo Breaker this weekend. I know I was rooting for you. I'm sure other people out there were as well. How was your weekend? You know, you want to give us a summary, highlights, favorite sets, that sort of thing. How was your weekend?
I got to beat Slash. First time meeting an EU player. I didn't drop a game till I fought Nitro, which was kind of hype.
Did Nitro swap to Leo for you? Was that because I know that he didn't? Oh, okay, because he didn't do it until like top 8 or something. So
they religiously play Jacko into me. My favorite moment of Combo Breaker is I showed a job application to Unbiased.
Okay, all right. So this is a bit that you're committing to. I see.
I need to show Unbiased the job application every match.
There you go. And we also, I want to say it was cool. We got to see your Quagsire on screen. Is there like some lore to the Quagsire, or am I out of the loop? Do you want to explain Quagsire to the fans?
I found him really funny in competitive Pokemon, but he was only useful for beating the top tiers. He's horrible against like every like shitty Pokemon, but then you throw him against top tiers and he's insane.
Isn't that like how, what's that one Pokemon, Amoonguss or whatever? I'm not doing a bit, by the way. There's actually a Pokemon called Amoonguss.
No, I play competitive Pokemon. I know what Pokemon you're talking about.
Okay, you know. I'm just for but anyways, Amoonguss, is that how it is? Anyways, but you play competitive Pokemon.
Amoonguss is just really good.
Oh, they're just good. There's good otherwise. Okay, so let me go ahead. And we'll send you off to this interview, so to speak, this job interview. You'll be playing tonight. Is that right? Who do you plan on playing against?
I see that Unbiased is in the lobby, so I think my pre-match preparations were really good.
There you go. It's gonna pay off. Okay, as is tradition, Clone. Let me get ready to get over the kick button before I ask this question, because you know it's not gonna matter what you say. Pineapples or bananas?
Counter question: why are oranges called oranges and apples not called red?
This is where it would be really funny if I was ready to kick myself somehow. To where like, oh damn, I should have just like turned off my webcam.
Stream. Anyways, I'm gonna go like die to Johnny now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Clone. Let me send you on your way. Have a good night. Everyone, what's going on? This is week 4 of the Jeek League. Over here, you have Unbiased Ear and Cloned, 2 regular killers at our Jeek League Open and just in the online scene. Clone going for a really deep burst bait right there. Unbiased did not give it to her. That was a cool little follow-up dash to get out of the corner. If you are, if you watched the VOD, you probably saw the pre-match interviews. If you hadn't, you got to go back and check them out. We were asking both Cloned and Unbiased how their weekend was at Combo Breaker, because the date this video last weekend was Combo Breaker. Hell of a major, not just for Strive, for a lot of games. So here we go, guys. We got the OoeyGooeyChewySnickers. We have 3 workers, 1 unemployed. And we're getting sent to the wall right here. Now, one unfortunate thing about the way these pools got seeded is that both of these groups are fighting to get out right now, both 3 workers and OoeyGooey. Do I just call them Koi? Do I want me to call them OoeyGooey? Point being that only 2 of the teams can make it out of this pool of 5. So there's a chance that maybe Unbiased or maybe Clone's teams won't make it through. Now remember, it's not a solo person show out here. Both these players regularly make top 8s. But it's also about how well your team performs, how well you're able to counterpick both players and characters, right? Clone, definitely to give her some more credit, definitely a Jack killer. Shout out to that player. Doesn't lose very often to many people at all, but to Clone, she's sort of a silver bullet to that player. So same thing applies here. If you're able, hey, I absolutely domed this guy. Put me in, coach, That could possibly work out that way. Now, if I remember correctly, Unbiased trying to go for that safe jump right there. Not safe against that super map hunch. Unbiased is actually counter-picking Clone today. So this was Unbiased saying, hey, put me in, coach. I can beat this Slayer. We'll see what happens. But right now, that misfire got shimmied all the hell. Holy crap. Great stuff right there from Clone. We're going to catch that one in the replay. Look at this one, guys. Cloned. Able to shimmy out that misfire. Unbiased trying to call you out for dandying forward. But holy moly, able to dance right over it with that Master's Hammer. Getting the first game. Now, guys, you're probably familiar if you've watched Guilty Gear Strive online before, but this is a 1-3 set. Now, that's what we're all used to, huh? But remember, the first 2 sets are 1-3, but that last set is gonna be 1-5. And I'll go ahead and I'll spoil what the upcoming route was going to be for players. Starting off was going to be Cloned, as you see right now. Next will be happyrio on that Happy Chaos. And the last set in the 1-5 will be Akeno. So OoeyGooeyChewySnickers have the chance to counterpick all those players, but Unbiased going in the ring now. This is going to be his chance to take it out. Closing it out with that P-Mappa. Was that P-Mappa Red RC? Good stuff right there, Cloned. Pulling out that 5K with 2D. Man, if you have good round starts against Johnny, your character can't be bad. I'm going to keep it a buck. Johnny, definitely a very oppressive character on round start, but Clone able to navigate around some of these options, it seems. Doing that dash follow-up. Clone going to hit you with this 5D. Got a pile bunker loop. Unfortunate drop right there. The 2H did not connect. Unbiased going to get a chance here with this hard knockdown. Of course, Clone only needs one more interaction to finish it off. We'll have to see if she can in this hard knockdown. Unbiased getting that pull-up meaty close slash. Well-timed YRC right there from Clone, so you're able to get a little bit of that burst meter away from Unbiased. But that backdash still gets caught by the card. Clone may burst here. There it is. Unbiased still only needs one more hit. Bake out with that misfire stance. PRC. Clone gets caught in her backdash. And Unbiased all of a sudden in a really good spot. Has a little bit of burst advantage here in this last round. Hard knockdown coming out here. Unbiased. Looking good all of a sudden. Clone doesn't have too much to fear from this Johnny outside of that meaty close slash. Was able to push you back with the flex shield instead. Good stuff right there. Unbiased actually blocking the same side. I got hit. A lot of us got hit. This Slayer, man. Oh, but a great back throw there from Unbiased. Was ready with that super impressive throw on Master's Hammer. Guys, we all know you can throw it. Day one, they told us on Twitter. But tell me, when you're playing in Tower, how many times do you actually back throw a Master's Hammer? Trying to get in right now. Clone. 5K'ing you back. Getting on top. Oh my god, that was deep right there. Tried to bait the burst, but Unbiased familiar with Clone's attempts there. You got to give it to Clone. That was a very high-level burst bait attempt. But Clone was ready for it. Unbiased here in the chat saying, Jesus. He said, Jesus. Good stuff right there. So we're evened up. We're evened up. That was close. Yeah, a hell of a match to start off with. Jesus Christ. Hell of a match to start off with. Shoutouts to Udon in the chat, representing the Goopy Slimers. Same for FlaeN. Also in that Goopy Slimers team. FlaeN, by the way, saying, can't call it Koi because I'm there. I don't think FlaeN is on Koi. But that's the cool thing about the team league, is that it wasn't so much about what org do you represent, so to speak, right? What t-shirt do you wear? More so, you know, what group of friends are you? Hey, y'all free on Tuesdays? We're going to go clean this shit up. And guys, look at that prize pool, by the way. This is no ordinary Tuesday night bracket, y'all. All right. There's a lot of money in this prize pool. There are some serious players here tonight. And for the past couple weeks. Reminder that after this group stage, you got this week and the next, we're going to a single elimination playoff bracket where only the 2 highest scoring teams in each group will make it out. So that's only 8 teams out of 20. That is quite the cull. Unbiased here with a really good hard knockdown. Clone has so much meter to play with. I hope she gets a chance to do so. Felt confident about it with that deflect shield, but Unbiased with a sneaky overhead was actually able to take it out after that RC. Unbiased feeling good about this round. Spent that burst to push you back. Guys, by the way, shout out to the stage in the background to further date this VOD. Unica came out today. Like, I mean, guys, what was it? Like a little over 12 hours ago? Unica, the newest character of the Season 4 pass of Guilty Gear? Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't know why I don't know off the top of my head. Point is, Unica just came out. And with her, 2 maps came out. This is one of them. Beautiful stage. Hopefully no lag, so that our players are... Dude, that was a really good bait on that goal burst right there from Unbiased, but Clone still able to secure that round. So you're down the burst, but hey, you're not down the game, so call that one a win. Yeah, guys, when did Unica come out again? What was it, 2 hours ago or something? Scissor saying that was a goal burst? Apparently. There's also, you know, to even further date this VOD, there may or may not be a YRC bug question mark going around. Either it's a bug or they added Brave counter to the Guilty Gear Strive. We'll have to see if it comes up. The chat's going to have to keep me humble if it happens and I don't call it out. Getting you on that bite reset. crossing up with this pile bunker loop. Clone's got you bouncing around. Unbiased did just get some meter. Oh, but the red RC after bite. That was a crazy comeback round here from Clone, dude. Getting some awesome mix, getting that universe after the bite, and then securing it with that last bite red RC, man. That was a Slayer round. Even some of the best players in the world aren't immune to that kind of stuff, you know? Well, to be, I mean, you know, not that Clone didn't earn it. You know what I'm trying to say. Clone gapped your ass right there with that stuff, and that's what I'm trying to say, man. This Slayer character in the right hands enables some violent things, and even the best players on the opposition have a hard time dealing with it. Good stuff here. Clone only needs one more game to win this team set. We'll have to see if she can do it. Of course, if you're an OoeyGooeyChewySnickers fan, if you're a fan of Unbiased here, man, then I know you're rooting for this Jonald. Shoutouts to Jonald, by the way. You guys, if you know, you know. Oh, that was a really deep card, but actually a really high card, I should say. And because it was high, it wasn't as deep, and Clone was able to get under. But hey, it works out for Unbiased regardless. Good back throw right there. Possibly a tech attempt, but or maybe a call out saying, hey, that maybe wasn't true. Regardless, Unbiased got you in this back throw situation. 100 meter secures the round. Bursts are even here. Ooh. Clone dancing around the corner. Oh, dude, that was cool from Clone. Trying to shimmy out from full screen. You're able to do that with that Slayer command dash. Trying to see if Unbiased wanted to misfire on that card. Clone, not wanting to get that guard crush pop, is going to burst you back. But we're Mappa hunching here into the corner, getting the OTG with 2S, scooping you all around. Dude, Unbiased actually blocking this shit is crazy. I'm going to keep it a buck. Unfortunately, wasn't able to link into the 2P, 5P route right there. Clone did get the air Hitmaster's hammer, but hey, we got another one. We got you bouncing around here in the corner. We're going to kill you regardless. Good stuff, Clone. Set point coming up here for 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Clone is one of the workers, by the way. The unemployed one is coming up soon enough. Shout outs to Clone. You guys didn't watch the pre-match interview with her her damn job application. That was kind of funny. Damn, a lot of damage happening over here, man. Unbiased here looking like Kai with those Boudra Arc vaults. Got you on the wall splat. Hard knockdown. Crazy call out indeed. Shout out to the Twitch chat, by the way. Twitch.tv/itsjeek. You guys want to ever catch this live? That's where we have it. Mappa Hunch, red RC, pile bunker loops coming out over on the other side of the screen. Look at this damage. Unbiased has a lot of meter to play with, but a really good back throw. Only needed 50 of it to close it out. Stylish windscreen right there. Unbiased ear is going to bring us to game 5. Having a job is a IRL negative penalty. That is so sad to read. That is just sad to read. Guys, I had a really good 4-day weekend. Of course, I didn't go to Combo Breaker. I got the Combo Breaker FOMO. But I had a really fun restream of it. Shouts to everyone who was able to make it out there. And what's my point? Yesterday was an American holiday. Shouts to America when, you know, I love my country when I get holidays off work. I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I don't know how patriotic I am otherwise, but hey, I get a day off work. Sure. What's the holiday again? You could put a gun to my head right now and ask me what the holiday was on Monday, and I cannot tell you, but I think that my wife made a really good dip with sour cream and cream cheese and pickled jalapenos. And so I don't know what holiday it was, but that dip went crazy. We also had hot dogs. Anyways, Clone trying to get a bite right there, but I don't think she expected Unbiased to get hit. Yeah, I don't think she expected Unbiased to get hit. Oh my god, great PRC there from Unbiased. Clone with a really wise 2H there, but Unbiased was ready to either react or call it out with that PRC. Great stuff. 5k Aboii on Clone dashing around. That's the thing about this Slayer, man. If you sit there and try to block it all day, even at this high level, especially at this high level, you're going to have a bad time. You got to be able to use your quick normals that are well spaced to fight back, just like Unbiased here. Use that 2P to get out of that pressure. Clone with the double bite. Awesome mental stack right there. Of course, Unbiased would have now been scared about the high-low after. But Clone saying, hey, you don't need to guess high-low if I'm going to bite you anyways. Great goal burst. So Unbiased able to fight back. So, you know, getting goal burst in a potentially last round like this is pretty strong, right? Gives you your best odds of coming back potentially with that positive bonus. But it can be tricky to try to get off. Unbiased was able to get it in, but now Clone got you in this pile bunker loop. Dude, Clone realized that, hey, wait, these bites are working. Smart stuff there from Clone. Went for the pile bunker wall splat. So even though Unbiased got his burst at the last moment, wasn't able to use it, Clone securing this first set 3-2.
Our next match of the night, guys, it's going to be happyrio up against Scissors. Scissors repping that Goopy Slimers. happyrio, of course, on the 3 workers, 1 unemployed. Now, the lore is that... is this if this is a sore spot, I apologize. If it's a meme, then I'm leaning into it. I think happyrio is the unemployed one. So whether they're proud of that or not, I'm not actually certain. So I hope it's something you wear in your sleeve, my friend. So we'll see. Great stuff here from Scissors, man. Getting damn near a perfect starting off. Of course, happyrio not out of it yet. Going to get that Aboii 2P. Dancing around, trying to get something started with the Goomba Stomp, but we're spinning through your 6S, and we're taking that first round. Great stuff. Not gonna lie, guys, I lost my Twitch chat. Okay, got my chat back up. Everything is back up. Go, my unemployed champion, says Clone. Scissors cleans these, says FlaeN. We'll have to see. By the way, now the way this works, right, is that 3 workers, 1 employed has already declared who their matchups were going to be. It's going to be happyrio right now, and then it's Akeno afterwards. Koi can choose to have either Udon or FlaeN play this last first of 5 set. It could be either of them. And it could actually be dependent on how this match goes, which is, you know, one of the cool things about this home away format. We will have to see. Able to dance through that gunshot. Great tech right there from Rio. Yeah, don't get cheesed out, y'all, by these people doing YRC into throw. You got to be ready with that delay tech, and if not, you got to go practice it. happyrio able to take that round after an awesome burst bait. Koi trying to dance in right here. Scissors, excuse me, trying to get in with that Nagiha with these Rekka sequences. happyrio, though, got you bounced around, got you shot up on the wall. Was able to get a bit of their focus back, too. You saw that, right? Routing on lock. Going with that Deus Ex. Look at that damage, bro. That's the damage we think Happy Chaos does. You know, we bitch about Happy Chaos, bro, because we think he does damage like he just did, and he just did. You catch my drift? Pushing you back. Oh, great throw right there from Rio, man. Oh my god, guys, watch this replay back. Scissors was getting tricky there with that overhead follow-up out of the Fujin. But Rio was ready with that back throw. Great stuff. Of course, you know, it's that can call out maybe quite a few options right there, but Scissors with that forward momentum went for the overhead. The back throw came out. Now, of course, Scissors has other options to choose there, right? We can go to the Nagiha. I think we can if we re-Fujin there, would we also get thrown? I'm not sure. That forward momentum really messed us up, guys. I'm going to keep it real. Shouts to Hoki in the chat saying, my GOAT Scissors got this. We'll have to see, y'all. And if you're watching the VODs, you got fans. You are a fan. No pun intended. You want to come tell Scissors how you feel about this gameplay. You got to come do it live at the Twitch channel. Now, Scissors team Koi. I'll update y'all on the standings. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Koi, by the way, has really good scores. They are actually right now one of the higher scoring teams in their group. But Group B, the one we're in right now, is quite competitive. It's going to be pretty close. I'm going to keep it real between 3 workers, 1 employed, the Goopy Slimers, and they're not on stream right now. You would have to check them on a previous VOD. Trans Blunt Rotation also scoring very well.
So this is a killer's pool, man. There's a lot of potential for any of these teams to make it out. Scissors showing that every set matters as he gets this round right here. Great stuff. The raw super going crazy here for this Anji. Wall splat comes out. Rio getting that focus back. Oh, Fujin nothing. happyrio, though, able to react, or rather catch you with that fuzzy mash 2P. Sometimes it's reaction. Sometimes that, you got to be ready with that Aboii option, especially against a character that can have multiple Rekka options and also different timings on them. Scissors, confident about this round, gets that burst out. happyrio saying, oh, you want to burst, homie? Let me get this focus. I got that curse full screen. Amazing tech from Scissors. Still in the corner, though, trying to get out. Active with those jump normals. Good block by Rio on the Nagisa. Scissors had to give their turn up. Dude, really good stuff with the Nagisa, trying to, like, hey, you want to get the curse out? Go ahead and put the ball on me, but I'm still going to hit you with this Nagisa, but not today. Rio with some really good spacings, really good blocks. And Rio's going to get that round. Shout out to the clone saying, oh no, click, click. Yeah, for a second there, Rio may or may not have had some bullets there in the chamber. You got to watch that VOD back. But we're getting the flex shielded back. Rio doesn't want to take all that damage, doesn't want to hold that Oki after the Fujin. Going into super, Deus Ex comes out. Scissors here on the other side's got that 50 tension to play with. Rio gonna get this wall splat regardless, and man, you're just getting looped right here. This is that happy chaos win condition. happyrio had to earn it to get it here, though. Getting these hard knockdowns, getting those supers, getting that curse applied from the full screen after the hard knockdown, able to slow things down, get that YRC bait. OTGing with 2S from a distance in the gunshot. That was a really creative OTG from happyrio getting game 2. Man, that was a very creative OTG. Definitely one you don't see every day. And it looks like YRCs can get baited right now. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You guys been on Twitter today, been watching the who was it? Damn, was it Classified? It was a Giovanna player, so I don't know if was it Classified or Wild. And I'm getting them mixed up just because I know it was a good Giovanna player. I apologize. Burst getting baited. Rio tried to, oh my god, dude, that link in the 2K would have been nuts if we were close enough, but man, that would have been nice if we were close enough. YRC comes out. 5K didn't connect. Got you with the pin, though. happyrio trying to get out of that Anji pressure, but that pin can still jail you down. Oh my god, I love that. It was a really quick check on the 2P for the fuzzy mash. Now that mix works against the good players, man. happyrio, too good for his own good. Able to see it coming, still blocking that low. Gunshot comes out. Unfortunate miss on that dash block. Can't let that Happy Chaos shoot you full screen. You still got to advance and block time those 5Hs, those gunshots, but happyrio with some good timing on them. Able to still mix around, loop around Scissors. Try to go for a burst bait. Didn't commit long enough, though. Scissors with a well-spaced burst was able to still get out of it. Linking into... Dude, that was insane. You saw Rio getting that 6K first, and then linking afterwards into the 5K. That is crazy. Great shot right there. Red RC, fast RC, gunshot, closing out the round. Set point here for Rio. But I'm loving how Scissors has been playing, man. We're starting off strong in these rounds. But Rio just locking in, saying, hold up. You're not going to get it from me today. Oh, yeah, too deep of a run-up right there. Rio getting punished with that back throw. But the trade spaced out Scissors a bit, and then you saw that after that spacing on the trade, we weren't able to connect our far slash. So happyrio actually to take advantage of it. 100 tension here for Scissors, man. Gonna start off with that YRC. It's hard to bait these YRCs on the patch we're on right now. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. happyrio got us with the Deus Ex, guys. That may be enough to kill. Gonna move on 3-0. 3 workers, 1 unemployed. The 1 unemployed. happyrio takes the set. Our first of 5 set, guys. We got Akeno. Akeno FGC. One of the workers up against FlaeN over here. Now, FlaeN, shouts to FlaeN, top 8ing our, like, very early JeekLeagues. And then Akeno, how many times Akeno? I think Akeno has only ever entered, like, once or twice. But I think every time getting top 8 solidly on this Ramlethal. So, 2 killers out here, guys. Well, I mean, damn. I mean, you know, if I'm going to be calling people out, you know, last match was Scissors, who also got a top 8 before. happyrio getting top 8s. These are some of the best players in the league right now. Let me reset these scores. Of course, we just started. So it's 0-0, but Akeno getting that first round. Great stuff. Shoutouts to Sunny said, I would let it be known I haven't lost a single set this entire league. You know, Sunny, good. I'm glad you brought that up here on the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/itsjeek. We plan on having some accolades to go ahead and hand out awards to all of the players. Things like, you know, most characters played. Of course, highest win rate. Of course, you know, undefeated players as well would be quite the award to set up. Cutest setup. We also have some for fun awards. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, we have some channel chats set up here in the Discord, and I've been reading through them here and there to you know, see how everyone's doing. And you know, we got some strategists. We got some people that are like working together. Hey, what if I did this? What if we put this guy in? Can we take a risk this week? How can we do? And then we also have some other channels that are just shit posting like crazy. Akeno getting game 1 here at the JeekLeague week 4. So we definitely, you know, we may have some awards for best memes, you know, best cheerleaders, those sorts of things. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go. Sonny said, damn, now do you say that? I'm not playing next week. I got to keep my record clean. That's funny. That's funny. All right, guys. Akeno able to get this first game. Let's go ahead and show our players some more respect. I was doing a little too much yapping there. Gonna get picked up in that sword. Akeno baiting burst there for a second, but playing with some well-timed spacing on that burst. You'll notice this in a lot of high-level gear, right? You know, these players know what the burst safe buttons are in terms of, okay, they hit me with that 2H, I can burst, right? Or, oh, they got me bounced around in this thing, I know they're going to look for it. So we wait it out. And you almost see a lot of this in high-level gear where the one player always goes for the burst bait. They will hold down back for about a second. And the other player, of course, doesn't early burst because they don't want to give it away. But they delay it just enough. They always are able to get that burst out. So, you know, Tails all this time, just that little bit of a spacing gets your defensive mechanic applied. FlaeN got you shot around here, has bullets in the chamber to finish off this round. Here we go. S-sword back. Oh, but FlaeN blocks that cross up. It almost looked like it was still a same side. Did y'all see that, FlaeN? The way Happy Chaos was blocking, it almost looked like Happy Chaos was blocking on the other side. Anyways, Akeno getting 5H back, kept checking in with JP. FlaeN has a lot of meter to play with. Okay, Akeno able to get that JK. Great burst bait. Holy shit. FlaeN with the God read right there. I'm going to keep it a million. Oh, but wasn't able to get the wall break. Akeno with the wall tech actually is going to turn into a Ramlethal round. Went for the burst bait if FlaeN wanted to show it to us. The YRC comes out. The flex shield saying, hey, I don't know what side you're going to be on after this roll, or if you're even going to pick it, that is. But I'm going to get you off of me. Akeno still in this, but FlaeN looks like maybe catching a backdash with 5K, evening up the scores 1-1. Great stuff here. Man, Kyogre versus Groudon ass matchup. Who excuse my language. SQ had a bomb tweet. Or rather, Unbiased had a bomb tweet. SQ made a tweet that was oh, I play Unbiased on stream. Picture unrelated, and it was Kyogre and Groudon from like the opening of Ruby Sapphire. And then Unbiased quote retweeted it. I don't even know if he had a caption, but it was you know, I don't know, I'm gonna get it mixed up. It was Kyogre wearing the Ram hat and Groudon wearing like the Johnny hat and glasses. Looking good. Koi FlaeN out here, trying to get a shimmy, trying to see if Akeno wanted to do a defensive option on Wake Up, but Akeno was actually ready with that tech and turned it into a back throw. You can't RC right there, homie. The S-Sword takes it out. Now, didn't get a wall break after, so Akeno not actually in a great spot. Of course, one of the swords are back, but this Season 4, Ramlethal has to wait a little bit before she gets her full capability back after doing S and H sword and FlaeN. Making you hurt for that one. Wake Up grab, ultimate unk move. We gotta love it. Man, we're a little mean to Akeno over here, unless he wears it on his sleeve. I don't know. Good block on the 5D from FlaeN. Still active on this defense. Probably feeling pretty good about themselves, right? Probably feeling pretty good about themselves with this how they're doing, evening things up, having this round lead. All right, sorry, y'all. Got distracted there for a second. I'm back, and I'm just in time to get this replay. FlaeN getting game 3. Now they're up 2-1. Able to keep that. Oh, my God, dog. Windshield wipers getting hit right there. That's crazy. I don't have the dust loop open right now, but if I had to guess, I bet the windshield wipers probably aren't active until the later half of the move. It is a very unique, special move, especially here in Season 4, able to special cancel into it. But FlaeN hitting you. What was that guy? 6S? Trying to bait that burst right there. But FlaeN saying, hey, if you're going to give me my turn back, go ahead. And also gets to keep the burst. That always feels bad, right? You go to bait that burst. They don't fall for it. And they hit you back. And they still got the burst. That always hurts. Akeno saying, hey, that's not a safe jump. That's not a safe jump, homie. That's not a safe jump. Good throw. Ready with the fast RC as well. That was a cool little string of interaction. What was that, guys? Fast RC 6H. But we didn't have the swords. Dude, 6H with Ramlethal, no swords, looks kind of sick, actually. Swordless Ram is kind of cool, man. Actually being able to see, like, her actual animations, like, behind it. Of course, the swords themselves look badass. You're lying if you don't think so. FlaeN does not get hit by that cross-up, guys. They do not get hit by that cross-up. Super comes out. Akeno going to be sent through the wall here. The hard knockdown comes out. Getting shot back. Dude, that was insane. Getting the shot into the curse apply. Getting that follow-up. Now, Akeno was already low HP, so we're able to kill before the setup truly mattered, to be honest with you. But that routing was insane, man. FlaeN against an opponent with more HP would have really made you hurt post-wall break with that setup. Getting that full screen burst, trying to get in here, but FlaeN ready with that run-up 6P. Akeno dancing around these gunshots, trying to get forward to you, but the 2K gets the pickup. FlaeN gets the gun flip into the wall break here. Hard knockdown coming out. Clone saying, Akeno, if you win, I'll get you Springtrap and Dead by Daylight. Now, this is where I reveal that I'm Unk. Is it so? Springtrap, is that a Five Nights at Freddy's character? It's a Five Nights at Freddy's character, Dead by Daylight. Akeno asking, is it 3-1? Yes. Yeah. It's first to 5 though. First to 5 though. So we still got a couple more games. Still got a couple more games. Guys, by the way, I don't know if I've been doing a good enough job calling it out. To be clear, this is a first to 5 set. Now, the way it works here, right, is 3 workers, 1 unemployed, were able to win their first 2 sets. Okay? That means that they technically win the team set in terms of they've won, like, the most sets. They are securing 4 points. Now, FlaeN here in the first of 5, just gonna keep it a buck. They got in a little bit of a lead here, but that's why it's the first 5. We'll see what happens. If they win here, we'll actually be able to secure back 3 points for their team. Regardless of, yeah, maybe they're at the differential here. 3 workers and 1 employed gets 4 points. But it's not like Koi goes home with nothing. So that's what's interesting about this format. Or at least, I don't mean to glaze myself or anything, but it ended up working out really cool. And I hope y'all are having fun with how this has been panning out. Phone with the click in the chat. She loves calling out when the bullets are out of the chamber. Getting shot back. The roll wasn't able to get the cross up. 2S counter hit comes out. Good routing there from Akeno. Ooh, nice. Able to get that 6H from a distance. Oh, little interesting there. Oh, dude, and also Akeno. Did you guys see that routing? Was doing the JKs right there. Quick recovery normal. Possibly trying to look for a burst from FlaeN. But, dude, I'm going to keep it 1 million with y'all. FlaeN, even with their back against the wall, still doesn't fall for these burst baits. They're doing a really good job being patient with it. And then calling out that reversal super. Akeno pulling out the burst here. Saying, I need to win this round. Locking back out FlaeN right there and gets the burst bait. Finally gets that burst bait, man. And what a clutch one to get. Had to spend his burst in that round to make sure that we were even in that situation. Well-timed burst bait. FlaeN, unfortunately for them, if you're a FlaeN fan, was a little checkmated right there. But Akeno, if you're here for the workers, man. Akeno right there. Showing you what a tenured employee looks like.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, great job. Oh, that was a cool round right there. Yeah, at this point, man. Now, I wouldn't have 2 games on FlaeN. I'm going to keep it a buck. In fact, I would have never gotten around. But if I'm a backseat a little bit, I'm done burst baiting FlaeN, bro. I'm not burst baiting FlaeN ever again. This is where FlaeN has the stream unmuted and it's like, oh, okay. Here we go. I'm gonna start doing some bursts then. We'll see. Oh my god, dude, Akeno. So active in the air on this Ramlethal. Gets that JP into the special cancel. Securing a perfect. And look at that FlaeN on that burst safe normal, right? That actually, can you bait? I don't know if you can bait burst after counter hit 2S as Ramlethal. Some characters are able to just hold down back afterwards, but I don't know if Ramlethal can. Guys, I'm learning every day, okay? FlaeN trying to get shimmied rather by Akeno, but the defense is so good. Blocking the 5Ds, but you can't block forever. That risk fully cranked means that very little scaling was going to be applied to that combo. Finally came out there for the wipers. And Akeno evening things back up. Dude, shouts to Akeno in the Discord was like, was that 3-1? And how many minutes ago was that? 5 minutes ago? In 5 minutes, Akeno was just won 2 more games. That's crazy. Now we're evened up. Shout outs to our next match. It's going to be better game design and team factor. We're going a little over. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Mods, if you can hear me, are there going to be any scheduling issues if we're behind right now? Mods, can you hear me on that one? And can you find out if that's going to be an issue? And if it is, can you figure it out? If not, then don't worry about it. Okay, now you should be fine. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. Of course, I still want to respect y'all's time, so I'll do this as quick as possible. I realized that this was going to happen, and I turned off the ads right before the stream started because I was not going to make any of y'all wait for ads. I said, fuck that, dude. We're going to turn them off. We're going to get through this week in one piece. Akeno with a really good start here against Happy Chaos. FlaeN. Dude, death of 1,000 cuts here on this Ramlethal. Akeno going to get that mortar bottle link after, what was that, JK, 2K. Trying to bait that burst, but FlaeN gets that YRC out. We're getting Brave countered back and forth. If you know, you know. Good tech, dude. FlaeN's got amazing defense, bro. Oh, was that chip? Yeah, I didn't see a punish or anything, guys. That may have been a chip. Akeno with a well-spaced, well-timed follow-up on that Rekka was able to close it out. 5D. Into this wall splat. Gets the focus back, but FlaeN. Guys, I'm gonna admit it. Did you guys see how FlaeN went for super and then went for focus and did a reset after? I'm not gonna lie. Can Happy Chaos even Deus Ex if you don't have focus? I don't know. Can you? Because I'm wondering if that's why FlaeN didn't super there. Because I saw them. No? Okay. Can I be honest? I just realized that because FlaeN went for the focus. I'm like, why are you not shooting? And I'm like, oh my god, can you not super? Well, today I learned, guys. I don't know if everybody's like, Jeek, bro, what the fuck? You didn't know that? But hey, sometimes we get by not knowing stuff. You hear me? Hey, do y'all know how to use Tournament Stream Helper? Do y'all know how to use Matcherino? I know stuff that y'all don't, probably. You know, it's about what you know, right? You know, I don't know how to play the game, so I'll let y'all play for me. Shoutouts to Akeno and FlaeN and all of the, in fact, everybody in the JeekLeague sacrificing their time to play in this competitive online Guilty Gear Strive environment. I love that right there from Akeno. Getting that 5K link into the dash. Getting you thrown around. Didn't spend that RC after, and that was smart, right? Because even if you red RC that, you know FlaeN is going to burst, right? And Akeno is done trying to bait it. Using that wild assault route, trying to get a frame trap. Getting that burst away from FlaeN, but FlaeN with a well-timed burst. Unfortunately, not a gold burst, but does get you some distance, and sometimes that's all Happy Chaos needs. Akeno active in the air with that JH. FlaeN from the other side gets the cross-up afterwards. In a last-hit situation, FlaeN able to secure Game 7. And yeah, that's right. Game 7, by the way, y'all. This is a 1-to-5 set. Man, great stuff right there. Great comeback there from FlaeN, but it wouldn't have been a great comeback if it wasn't for how close that round was in the first place. Made so by both of our players, but especially Akeno, trying to close it out there. And that's what's awesome about the 1-to-5, by the way, guys. If this was a 1-to-3, FlaeN won, right? FlaeN already won in the 1-to-3, that is. But here we are. We're actually pretty damn near close to Akeno making that little bit of a comeback that they needed to close it out. FlaeN, of course, only needs one more game. The burst gets baited. The HC gets the wall splat. Curse applied. Deus Ex. Looking good here. Akeno going to be on the other side with this meter to play with, but hard knockdown. Happy Chaos, full resources. It's going to hurt. YRC connecting. Oh, wow. And a delayed close slash was all Akeno needed to get that hit there on FlaeN. Onagai pushing you back. YRC comes out. Good stagger right there from FlaeN. 2K shot. 2K shot. Getting that roll after. I'm about to say either player can win this. OTG, damn it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Woof. Oh, my God. You can Wipers OTG that, right? Woof. Okay, here we go. Clone said, wake up, throw, that's my unk. Akeno able to secure that last round, but guys, I was clenching. Y'all. FlaeN getting this throw here, getting their shots after that wild assault, getting all the focus back, and today I learned you can't just Deus Ex there. You need to get your focus back first, so FlaeN with some wise routing was watching their resources. Gonna get you shot through the wall here. And dude, FlaeN in such a good spot, has all this meter to play with. Akeno, oh wait, goddamn, okay, I did not expect that to kill. Udon saying, we love Chaos J2K. I can't tell if they're being ironic. Good route right there from Akeno with that wild assault, getting that pickup regardless, even if it was downtown. Ramlethal having some really cool routes nowadays, in my opinion, guys. And getting this curse applied, hard knockdown. This is set point for this Happy Chaos, but Akeno with 100 meter and burst. Gonna start off with Mortar Bottle PRC. Whoa! That was tricky right there. Dashing around, reacting to FlaeN, still being in the air. And that wild assault routing means that FlaeN wasn't able to burst to deny this positive bonus. So Akeno getting shot here. Got that curse applied, but able to Red OC drift forward, baiting the burst, guys. We're going to game 9. Oh my god. Shout out to the next teams like, bro, really? Game 9. But Akeno is popping off right now. Let's fucking go! Baiting that red RC. Dude. And shout out to what, speaking of baiting red RCs, let's see what Clone said in the chat. She said, so I was talking about, I was saying, dude, I wouldn't even bait red RC at this point, or burst. And the Clone said, nah, Jeek, you... Oh, wait, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Jeek, listen real quick. If you keep burst baiting, one day you'll be right. And think about that dopamine hit. Right now, Akeno on cloud 9 after that. But you can't celebrate yet. The set isn't over. Goopy Slimers put FlaeN forward for this first of 5. Akeno volunteered his tribute on this Ramlethal. Let's see who takes it here in this game 9 in a very close set. 2D comes out. Hard knockdown with the Deus Ex. Having that max focus back. Look at that damage, bro. God damn. A lot of damage here. Great backdash right there. Getting around that 5K and then checking you back with the far slash. Look at that mix. Able to go into the low after that fast RC kick flip. FlaeN has all this burst to play with. I don't expect them to use it, just instead going for the YRC. Akeno getting some distance back with that deflect shield. Unfortunately couldn't link after that 2K hit. Giving some respect to this Chaos shot. Getting that focus back. Now you see FlaeN is delaying these shots quite a bit, but because of that, in the focus state, we're losing a lot of focus. But hey, as long as you get the round, doesn't matter, right? Set point here for FlaeN. Man, I saw that the visual of the JK in FlaeN's model, but really well-timed 6P right there from Akeno, speaking of. 8-sword pop, trying to flip kick in right there. At least you get the distance in, and FlaeN was respecting that overhead, didn't want to jump out and get stuck by the flip kick. Getting 6P back, you saw Akeno going for the JPs to try to jail FlaeN into the corner. Only one shot in the chamber, but not anymore with this Deus Ex Machina. And guys, that's close enough for a wall break. Maybe only a couple more interactions left in this set, but a well-timed anti-air from Akeno after that 5P, getting that simple but effective jump over low cross-up. Mortar Bottle comes out, 100 meter to keep it safe. FlaeN in the corner, holding this H-sword. Akeno using that burst for wild assault, taking away the burst options from FlaeN as well, but it'll come back here in a second, trying the frame trap with those orange wild assaults. Akeno with no more burst, but hey, if you use it aggressively and you get the round regardless, then does it matter? We are on the last game, game 9, last round. Holy shit! Here we go, counter hit, JK, FlaeN over here in the corner, OTG by that 2S, so you're jailed back. Akeno Tried to link that to S after FlaeN respecting it, still had to block the H sword. That tech window is crazy. Getting the throw, catching you with the Rekka, trying to bait this goddamn burst, but FlaeN won't give it to you, Akeno. Still has the burst on the other side. Bar slash connects, wipers. Unfortunately didn't link after that hit. FlaeN, little bit of HP, well-timed burst, able to save it for this moment. Akeno has a whole lot of life to play with. A Kane with a FlaeN rather with some good just blocks. Good blocks here from Akeno, but the 5D shot connects. No more bullets in the chamber. 5D gets the flex shielded back. Got picked up by that 2K probably in a backdash. PRC keeps that approach safe. 6P able to react to the JK. Getting the focus back with Focus Super. Had enough bullets in the chamber to get this wall splat. Goes for the slump. But an unfortunate drop on that slump setup. Akeno actually secures it in the game 9. But what an amazing set. All right, Akeno. Oh my God, you sweating, homie? How you feeling after that one?
This stuff ain't easy, but you know, that's why they put me in the anchor spot.
Yeah, so guys, real quick, so as you saw, if that was a first of 3, Akeno actually would have lost. FlaeN did get the 3 games first. Akeno in the Discord saying, hold on, what's the score? Brought it back, but an awesome set from both our players. Akeno, what were you thinking when you were down there, 2 games down to that Happy Chaos?
To be honest, I knew they were a big fuzzy jumper and everything like that, and just really wanted to be in the air. So, just trying to keep my nerves because they are a really good Happy Chaos. So I don't want to take anything away from them. Last time they did get the best of me, so it was just kind of a lot of learning from last time.
Oh, so did you guys already play earlier in the league?
Yes, they beat me 3-0 last time, and I was just glad I was able to bring it.
So that's awesome, and so you're actually able to get that run back. That's awesome. So. Cloned here in the Twitch chat. How are you feeling about Clone's backseating down here, talking about the wake up throws? That's my unk. Have you had a chance to even read this Twitch chat yet?
I have not seen a single thing of this Twitch chat, but I'm looking now.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That means you were locked in. Okay, so we will update the scores later to find out exactly, or rather, we'll show the scores later for the first 3 weeks, what that means for who is going to make it out. Of course, after this week, we'll have a better idea. How are you guys feeling about getting out of your groups? Are you guys feeling confident, excited? What teams are you nervous for? What are your general thoughts so far in the league?
It's been really exciting to do this week by week. Obviously, I think we've all done the Aegis League, and you guys are
shouts to Aegis
as well.
Yes, that actually helped us out setting this up. So big shouts to Aegis.
So there are a few teams, the top tiers that we know about them. Lucian, the honest mid tiers, they're always a good team. But we're gonna do our best no matter what. We're gonna show that we deserve to be there.
All right, so Akeno, thank you very much for hanging out with us. As is tradition, I'm gonna hit you with this one, and then we're gonna send you off. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
I'm a hamburger type of guy.
Damn, you almost said hot dogs. Damn, I was about to pop off. The first team up, I'm gonna keep it real, guys. When we were showing off who was in Group C, people were like, I do not want to be in this group if I have to fight against better game design. You got some awesome players here. Aboii, Cheryo, Nubenheimer, and Lolo. Some of the best pots and Goldlewises in the scene right now. Season 4, it's the season of the big bodies, or depending on who you ask. This team had some opinions on the seeding and how valid it was. I think. Or was this? I'm sorry if I'm calling you out and I'm wrong. It's Team Factor. Some great players. Been seeing them cook throughout the weeks. It's gonna be Wild, Tenack, OoeyGooey. Actually, how many of these players were at Combo Breaker? And Hiho. I don't know if Tenack was there, but I'm pretty sure I definitely watched Wild and Hiho, who had some awesome sets on the screen, and OoeyGooey was also had some awesome sets. Tenack, were you there? Sorry if I'm wrong, homie. I'm keeping it a buck. All right, Wild, how's it going, homie?
It's been an interesting day. I went to work. I started a construction job that I'm really liking. Lets me play in tournaments. And then about 3 hours into my shift, I checked the Giovanna Discord and I see, oh, empowered spiral arrow, you can no longer bait YRC afterward. That's interesting. And that keeps going, and the Twitter keeps finding. Turns out all K buttons can't block YRC afterward. You can't do it after empowered spiral arrow, which means that the day we fight the Pot and Goldlewis team, Pot becomes top 1, Goldlewis becomes top 3 again, and Geo gets nerfed. So I'm having a great day. There's tornado sirens going outside my house right now. So, I'm here.
Well, I won't keep, Wild, I'll try to keep it going for y'all. I do want to ask you, despite all of what's happened today, how was your combo breaker weekend? We were able to see you a bit on the restreams. I hope that you had fun, and, why don't you tell us, how did you enjoy your trip?
It was great. I had a great trip. It's always fun traveling to majors. I kind of wish there was more this year that I could go to, but ECT got canceled, Taku got canceled. I can't afford to go to CEO so quickly after Combo Breaker, and Evo is a money pit, so I can't do it to that. Planning on DreamHack, but it's always fun to travel. It's always fun to see different parts of the country, especially with I get to go with some of my friends that aren't really as much into the scene as I am, so I get to go with them. They get to experience what I get to experience all the time with being a member of like the community. Get to meet a ton of people. Shout out Robbie for screaming encouragement at me when I was fighting Asher Pro Gamer. I wish I had done better in the tournament, but it's all about improvement. It's all about moving forward. I know what I need to work on, but overall, Combo Breaker was an incredible experience. I'm glad I got to be there for the 10-year anniversary of it, but overall, it's just an incredible time.
Well, I'm glad you had a great time, homie. I won't keep you waiting any longer. I'll send you off, as is tradition, tacos or burritos.
Ooh, burritos. They're way more versatile.
I actually agree with you on that one. I do still have to kick you regardless, but thank you very much. Yo, boy, how we living?
How we doing?
Pretty good. Man, you got the best mic in the league, goddamn. Hold on, let me hear you.
I got an Astro.
Hey, shit, there we go. My man's a professional. Aboii. Definitely, I don't know if you were listening right there, but Wild had some opinions about the current state of YRC and your team. I don't know if you have any clapbacks on that.
Listen. Like Jesus said, don't listen to the false prophets. All right, this is propaganda we're listening to right now. Top 1 pot, yeah, okay. Geo nerfed, yeah, okay. Let's not forget that Geo can still do a wall break from 5K, corner to corner. Like, enough. I'm sick of it.
There we go. Okay, so gave a boy a chance to clap back there. Now, you weren't at Combo Breaker.
No.
But why don't you you got any majors upcoming? Any future events you're excited for? Anything
yeah,
I'll
be at CEO and I'll be at Evo.
There you go. Yeah, you're from Florida region, right? Or
yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah. So yep. So we're gonna be at CEO. I'll be at Evo as well for anybody in the chat. So sounds like some of these people in the league, Aboii included, are gonna be there. So if you guys are heading out, you gotta go meet your fans, your favorite players. Aboii, appreciate you coming in. We're gonna have you up on screen in a second. I'm gonna ask you something real quick, and I'm gonna send you on your way. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
There you go.
No question asked.
There you go. Chocolate, no questions asked. My man was ready for that one. All right. Starting off our next sets of the night, guys. This is the first time that we've seen this team on stream. It's better game design, and the player we're starting off with is Lolo. One of the best Goldlewises to do it, man. Lolo, by the way, many time a winner, not just top 8er, but winner of the Backpack Brawl. That's a Friday night tournament, 6 p.m. EST every Friday. You got to go check them out, show them some love. Lolo been on those graphics for a minute from what I remember. Wild, we were just asking them a moment ago, was at Combo Breaker. They said they wish they had done better, but still had a great time hanging out with their friends and experiencing offlines with the FGC and stuff. So great stuff. Happy for them. These are some of the strongest teams in the league. I'm gonna keep it real, and unfortunately they're in the same group. Remember that 2 teams can make it out, and Wild saying, hey, I'm gonna make it team factor, getting that super confirmed off of the wall splat. Now that was quite a comeback round. Lolo started us off really strong right there, but Wild with an insane comeback. Five-H counter hit, getting that command dash in. Lolo was ready with the burst though. Oh my god, you're getting bounced around, man. You're getting bomboed. It's the Goldlewis bombo. Y'all have seen this one once or twice before. This skin, by the way, this new color, what is it, guys? Color 14, 15? I don't even know. Looks so good on Goldlewis. Some characters, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like it that much. Baiting that YRC. Going for the 6S scoop after. Guys, that killed, but we could have kept it going. Isn't that insane? That wasn't even the end of the combo, bro. That was going to keep going. Great stuff there from Lolo. And some lore about better game design. You're going to see the rest of the players, so I guess I probably shouldn't spoil it, but 2 Goldlewises and 2 Potemkins. We'll have to see. You know, poor team factor, you know, if, you know, they better like playing against at least one of those characters. Of course, as the away team, though, team factor declared their picks ahead of time. And let's see if I can pull it up quick enough for you. It's going to be Wild, Tenack, and OoeyGooeyChewySnickers in that order. So first to 3s and first to 5. Oh, keeping your whiff throw safe. A little too plus on that one, but the PRC keeps it safe. Lolo. Seeing that 2S, knowing that is a burst safe normal, as in you can safely burst after, gets that overhead combo after, able to finish it off against Wild. But guys, that was a close one right there. Wild looking pretty good, but routing that 2S, Lolo was able to go for the burst. And you see Wild trying to get out of this corner with those fuzzy jumps, but Lolo with some well-picked behemoths actually jailing you down regardless. So strong stuff. Strong stuff. Game 1 is a wrap, but we still got a couple more games to go, guys. We're gonna try to get through this in one piece here at the JeekLeague Week 4. Ready to see some Strive gameplay. Glad to see you, George. Guys, Twitch chat's having a good time. Twitch.tv/itsjeek if you're watching the VODs. We do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. And when the playoffs start, so we got one more week of groups as you're seeing right now, but when those playoffs start, it's going to be the same thing. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST. We're going to have 1 week that's going to be like an off week. We may do like an award show that week or something. I'm not certain. Lolo saying, what are you talking about, homie? I'm beating you up. I'm linking in that 5P after. Oh my god, that actually links after that behemoth? That is crazy. 6P comes out, but Wild. Really good shitting right there with the far slash. Actually able to get a whiff punish on your 6P. And look at the damage, bro. That was off of a whiff punish on the 6P. Wild getting some good damage, but the deep jump in turns into a cross up. The behemoth got you bouncing around. Got a cross up in the corner, but Wild is the wiser. Able to see it coming, getting that overhead crossed up block. Dude, that dash is such crazy distance. Wild opting to not go for the RC after that last throw, instead going for the reset, and it pays off, dude. Wild, really smart play right there. Getting game 2. Getting behemoth around here. Goes for that security cancel. Guys, if you're not familiar, what was it, season 4, guys? That Goldlewis got those security cancels on his behemoths, and you just saw another one there from Lolo. Can be really tricky to frame trap your opponents, to catch them in mix, or to finish off rounds. Guys, just like that, we are up 2-0 here at the JeekLeague Week 4, starting off this set. Better game design, being the home team, depending on who you ask, has somewhat of an advantage, as they are able to counterpick their opponents, and maybe, you know, maybe that's manifesting here. Lolo got a 2-game lead, and let me remind you what we're playing for. The prize pool is $1,000. Now remember, you know, it's not like the one winner is going to get $500 or something. You know, you still got to split it up between your team. Considering that the entry fee was, what was it, guys? $36. And then we had a massive and very generous contribution. In fact, I'm going to pull up the person so that I don't get their name wrong, because it was a very generous contribution, as Wild gets this first round of game 3 from John himself. John, and the comment is just this: hell yeah. John, if you ever catch this VOD, homie, if you're ever live in a stream and you want to say hi, if you don't want to, that's fine. But if you want to say hi, feel free, man. Send me a DM, bro. Say hi.
I want to thank you personally, because that's a very generous contribution to the prize pool. Lolo saying, thank you very much, homie. Getting a perfect. Bursting you back, wild, shimmying around. And you see, it pays off, right? Because Lolo, very active with that 5K right there, wild. Getting that whiff punish 6P on the 6P earlier, tried to do so again here. Tried to do so again here. Going to that 6S route. Hagemasu yo. 2S, getting spaced out a bit after those blocks. Dude, Lolo with a really deep run up after that one. Trying to get on top of you. Nice DP fast RC low. Lolo still able to block it out. Going into these behemoths, and guys, going to the last round every single time. So 3-0, but damn, that one was close. Next match coming out, it's going to be Aboii on this Potemkin up against Tenack, representing Team Factor on the away side. Tenack said, hey, I'm ready to play that second set. Aboii tried to get that Kara Pop Buster right there, but unfortunate drop. Tenack gets a, Tenack is clenched out that one. Woo! Woo! The backdash comes out, but the PRC makes it come back out. Aboii was ready. Pop Buster comes out. That's a lot of damage. Not going to be enough to kill, even with that OTG. Able to back that. Was that a backdash? I got to pay more attention. I think the Garuda. Oh, that was scary right there. I liked what Tenack was doing, trying to get that jump over, trying to get towards Aboii. And we were between a rock and a hard place, man. You had a Potemkin in front of you. You had a Gigantorkai behind you. I don't envy that positioning. What a weird combo right there. Maybe Tenack did a jump angle that Aboii did not expect. No, oh my god, tried to punish the flick, but we were ready with the 6P after regardless. Guys, that's game one. Holy moly, that's game one. I liked what Tenack did here, jumping over to catch out that flick. To whiff punish it, rather. But the issue is that Tenack was doing that off of reaction, whereas Aboii was probably already ready. Or, whether we were ready or not, you know what? Maybe we were reacting. Point being that the flick recovery was too fast, so would have had to have that be a call out. But you don't just want to start jumping at pot, you know what I mean? Like Tenack, of course, doesn't just want to just start jumping JS in there at Potemkin, because you got that, you got the heat knuckle. You got the heat knuckle, of course, that 6P. YRC comes out. Ooh, able to get out of that corner. The flex shield buying you some distance. I like that from Tenack. Just trying to get some distance back here from Aboii. Aboii with some cool routing, right? How often do you see that slide head after close slash like that? Oh my god, that grab is full screen. Jesus Christ. Now this could have potentially had been a Tenack round, man. Look how close we were. But Aboii getting that interaction, having that meter ready. But it wasn't all gloom for Tenack. We had that 50 tension. We just had to get one more hit. That Garuda, well timed. Good anti-air with that 5P, man. Ramlethal anti-air 5P combos are so cool. There's a few characters with anti-air 5Ps that are more reliable than others, is what I'm trying to say. And Ramlethal is one of them. Always love seeing that routing. Trying to get around these Garudas. But we're getting grabbed. A lot of damage, not enough to kill. Tenack has a lot of resources here to play with. Going to start it off with the YRC, but a tech right there from Aboii actually was a punish. So I wonder, maybe Tenack did a forward advancing special move there that put us in range. Aboii just sending that pop buster right there, but Tenack was ready with the JH. There's it. Yeah, I was about to say, Aboii probably does burst here, so Tenack wasn't wrong for going for that bait. Oh, but the heat tackle, rather, over the Garuda. I mean, Gigantorkai. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm so bad with my moves right now. Tenack was able to get that round regardless. Wasn't scared of the Kai anymore once Aboii replaced themselves. But you got to be scared this round.
We're getting beat up in the corner. The 5D Red RC connects. That's going to be a lot of damage. Not enough to kill, but it is a soft knockdown. Aboii threatening a perfect here if he can just get one more hit. Tenack trying to get in, but the armor on the slide head pays off. So not a perfect, but still a game win. Aboii up 2-0. Great stuff. Going here to game 3, team factor. Dude, Tenack says, lock the fun in. Guys, shoutouts to Team Factor and their whiteboard, by the way. When we pulled them on, they were one of the teams for the first week of JeekLeague. And, excuse me. They were one of the teams for our first week of JeekLeague, and they had Tenack had an awesome whiteboard with all of their opponents and stuff. So I would love to see some pictures, some little doodles of Goldlewis and Potemkin on Tenack's whiteboard. Only if you plan on doing it. You don't have to do it for me or anything. Mortabato, hard knockdown. Aboii's got this burst. Dude, Aboii may burst. May not get a chance, though. Goddamn, Tenack getting another hard knockdown. Now, no way you burst now. No way you burst now. I'm about to say, no way now. Good mix right there from Tenack with that run-up S-Sword PRC. A hell of a use of 50 tension. One of the strongest uses of 50 tension in the game. Oh! Aboii able to get in. Very active here on this pot. Able to weave in those throws. 2K into Gigantor Kai. That's a really strong super special cancel, right? Because you're plus after, and you got them locked down for multiple hits that potentially mix them. Aboii down around at first, but now here on set point. Tenack pushing back with that 8-sword, and yeah, Aboii very wise there. Realized he was too close to the wall, so had to hold the pop after. Tenack didn't get that 6H, unfortunately. But we do have the Mortabato. Not a lot of damage because we didn't have very many swords, right? Mortabato now scaling damage with how many swords you have. 5D getting blocked. Aboii with some really good defense, but Tenack trying to get a shimmy with that JK. Unfortunately, couldn't link it after into much. Aboii going for this close /2S combo. Tenack able to jump the first grab, but the jump scare comes out with that PRC. Aboii able to Karuta. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Kara Garuda. And it pays off. Aboii getting this set 3-0. Here we go, guys. It's the last match of this set. It's going to be Better Game Design's Cheryo up against Team Factor's OoeyGooeyChewySnickers. Now, shoutouts to OoeyGooey. Was at Combo Breaker last weekend. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't remember where OoeyGooey ended up. You're gonna have to tell me in the Twitch chat if you know. Cheryo getting sent through the wall here. Good start for this Anji. Tried to get that throw, but dude, Ooey so well fought with those shimmies to even mix up Cheryo. I mean, what was that? That was like 3 shimmies in a row, and finally it pays off getting that whiff throw. And look at that, getting a close slash right after, man. Ooey is so confident on this Anji. By the way, guys, how often do you see color 11 Anji? Is it really just Ooey? Is that the only person with the color 11 Anji at this high a level? That is Cheryo catching you with that low behemoth. Cheryo very patient, by the way, with those security cancels. Super comes out. Evening up the rounds. Ooey unfortunately dying right there with the 100 tension in his back pocket, man. Don't love to see that, but walk it off and we'll be okay. Burst comes out. Ooey. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, look at the spacing. We just dodged 2 2S's in a row. You know, it's not the biggest normal in the world, but Snickers, Ooey, able to dance around it. Late cancel PRC. Trying to mix up Cheryo, but getting that cross-up behemoth. Has the 50 tension after to turn this one into a kill. The first game of the first of 5 goes to Better Game Design's Cheryo. And something I was going to say earlier is that, you know, Cheryo, every time they enter the JeekLeague, I think they get top 8 basically every single time. They got it like that. But I don't know how often I see them do security cancels for like pressure with their Goldlewis, right? It's a lot of stagger, just like normal, like, you know, behemoth, weight, 2P, you know, that kind of stuff. You don't really see them ever try to cheat it out with a security cancel. Now, and then juxtaposed, or juxtaposed, rather, excuse me, by Lolo. If you missed it, you got to go back and check out the VOD. Another Goldlewis on Better Game Design likes to weave in those security cancels here and there. Cheryo, going for a different strategy, pays off in that first game. OoeyGooey loves doing that late cancel on the Fujin with PRC. Cheryo, getting that knowledge from the last game, respects it here in this game. Already making those small adaptations. Cheryo was down there in that HP for a second, but just keeping confident on that defense, getting another good interaction, was actually able to get the comeback here. A deep throw comes out as well. But yeah, these players are already making those changes here in just game 2. We'll have to see how that pays off for the whole set. Good just block right there on the Fujin. Ooey didn't have the tension after, so didn't want to even try to see if Cheryo could react to the Nagiha or the overhead. Instead, just didn't cancel the Fujin into another follow-up. Cheryo was able to take their turn back, and then in the next interaction takes game 2. Quick reminder, guys, this team, Better Game Design, when the teams were getting placed here in the pools, in the groups, Better Game Design was placed into Group C first, and everybody else rolled their eyes like, bro, do not put me in Group C. So Better Game Design have had a lot to live up to. We'll have to see if it pays off. Team Factor, of course, another very strong team in that group. I'll have to double check the scores to see how well they are doing, to see if they are threatening coming out at second place, or if another team could possibly fight them for it. Great back throw right there after the RC from Cheryo, getting this first round of game 3. Now, this is where if it was a first to 3, I would tell you that we were on set points. But remember, we still got a few more games. And if you were watching the 3 workers, 1 unemployed koi set earlier, sometimes that first to 5 actually matters. Cheryo right here. Unfortunate timing on that deflect shield there for Ooey. Cheryo gonna punish you for it, taking away that resource and keeping you in this corner. Wanted to link with that 2K after. Couldn't get it. Doesn't cancel into the follow-up again. Doesn't have the meter to keep it safe, so doesn't want to even put Cheryo in a guessing situation. Too much respect for a player of this class. One more hit to take it for Cheryo, but Gooey doing a good job getting all of that meter back and wisely spacing it out. We didn't go all balls to the wall, right? We were able to space it out here, was able to use that tension, and it pays off here, right? Because Cheryo would have just checkmated you right there. But OoeyGooey having the tension to FD block out that gun. The 5D gets blocked. We got this goal loose in the corner. The YRC to get some distance. Ooey with the Aboii 2P counter hit after. What an amazing comeback round. Guys, if you don't know, you're living under a rock. EVO 2024, OoeyGooeyChewySnickers made top 6 on his Anji. Now, Cheryo, no stranger to high-level offline competition as well. Many top 8s in the past. But this is an EVO competitor here on the Anji, so never count them out. Look at this guts crush. Cheryo can't even burst through it. Kept getting wall splat over and over. OoeyGooey gets a game on the board. What I was going to say was that you can't count out this player. The threat of the comeback is always there, and Cheryo with a very dominating first 2 games, but OoeyGooey with an awesome comeback round and a solid round 3 here in game 3. Definitely has been a good set so far. And I pulled up the scores, guys. Team Factor sitting at 29 points at the end of week 3. Reminder, this is week 4, so none of the scores are in yet. Odin's Eye Gaming only at 23 points. So they are only a couple behind Team Factor. I'm not gonna say that they're comfortable, right? Is it close? I don't know. I don't actually know. But should they be comfortable? It depends on who you ask. Odin's Eye Gaming possibly threatening coming out of that pool. I'll show you the scores later. Right now, OoeyGooey getting this hard knockdown. In fact, hey, if you're watching the Twitch chat and you're interested in the scores, you want to know through my yapping, like, hey, Jeek, hold on, I'll just go look it up myself. All right, I respect that. Exclamation point bracket. That's the challenge. All the scores are in for the end of week 3, and as soon as the scores are done for week 4, we'll have those in as well. But OoeyGooey with that link into the super did the startup of the Rekka to get that little bit of extra meter just because. Cheryo counter hit right here. Goes for the Ko. Cheryo saying, hey, that's a good time to burst. Has the 50 tension to keep the Nagisa safe after. I like that about OoeyGooey. Doesn't just make you guess on the Rekka every time. Says, hey, I'm only going to go when I have the meter. But with that being said, Cheryo now probably feeling pretty confident that OoeyGooey only does Nagisa when he has 50 tension. So do we... Okay, never mind. We don't get another chance to show off that knowledge if we're even picking up what we're putting down here. Because OoeyGooey able to close out game 4 there with the fan. Great stuff. Simply riff in the chat. OEG mentioned, yeah, Simply. Yes, Simply. I'll pull up the scores later, but you can check it out yourself if you like. Exclamation point bracket to see all of the current scores. This is Group C, reminder. Team Factor and Better Game Design fighting it off right now. But coming up, or rather the other teams in Group C are the Beasts, Phantom Thieves, and Odin's Eye Gaming. So, have some other groups that are trying to fight for this spot to get out. Now, not everyone can get out, y'all. There are 20 teams in the league, but only 8 can make it to the single elimination playoffs bracket. Better Game Design trying to make it them if they can help it right now. Team Factor has this anchor of OoeyGooey. Got you linked up into the wall splat. What an awesome route there from OoeyGooey. Able to get that mid-screen confirm into a wall break. Positive bonus on lock. Nagisa gets the pickup. And OoeyGooey actually hit confirming there, dude. So OoeyGooey doesn't just do the RC after the Nagisa hit every time. In fact, that time was able to hit confirm that it hits. And then linked into the 5K. Confirming that it gets blocked, goes into the PRC, but Cheryo calling out your parry right there. Guys, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the first parry of the set? YouTube commenters are going to correct me. Actually, no, for real though, I think that was the first parry of the set. So Cheryo with a heads up spacing. It wasn't a hard call. I think we reacted to the parry right there. You have to watch back the VOD. I'll probably sound like a doofus right now. You got to watch back the VOD. A lot's happening on the screen, guys. This is a very fast game. It's going to be hard to keep up. I'm going to keep it real. OoeyGooey going in the super, getting the hard knockdown. Has the 50 burst, or 100 burst rather, on their back pocket as well if they even need it. We'll have to see. Right now, Cheryo, though, getting beat up by this Anji, going to the last round of Game 3. Guys, again, this is where I would tell you it was set point, but we still got a few more games after this one. 6P connects. OoeyGooey got you over here in the corner. Good FT blocking that 5K, getting some distance back. Overheads, man. OoeyGooey. Dude, oh my god. 4 games in a row of only doing Nagisa when you have 50 tension just paid off right there as OoeyGooey got you with the overhead reset. What was that, fucking 4 times? My god. God damn, did the overhead reset 4 times? Jesus Christ. Cheryo said, get off me, spent that burst, and now we got the Anji in the corner, but that good Aboii 2P gets you out. YRC pushes back this Anji. 2P confirms into that 6H. OoeyGooeyChewySnickers getting game 3. Not to win the set, though. Still a few more to go. Coming up after this one, guys, if you're hopping around on the VOD or you're watching in the Twitch chat, Coming up after this one is going to be Bad Moon and Sweet Tooth. Bad Moon, from what I understand, I think... Sorry if I'm wrong on this. I think Bad Moon hasn't been on stream yet. It was either Bad Moon or Sweet Tooth. Point is that by the end of this week, every team would have been on stream at least once. And we'll announce the Week 5 stream games once the scores are in, because the intention is we're going to try to grab matches that quote-unquote matter, right? Matches that will mean that, you know, this team gets out or doesn't sort of deal. You know what I'm trying to say? Good link right here from Cheryo. Gets the reset. That Behemoth on the wake up. Ooey probably went for some kind of wake up option, but it gets called out by that Behemoth. Look at the super damage as well. That's a 2-touch right there, man. Cheryo looking pretty good, but Ooey had the 50 tension. That's the second parry of the set, and now we're 1 for 1 in terms of it hitting and missing. Cheryo only needs one more hit to close out this round. Goes for the full security drone. Ooey with a really well hit cross up anti-air close slash wall splats off of it and gets the round. Jesus. Wild in the chat, another Team Vector player. This is why we have Ooey on anchor every time. Now, of course, even if you win the first 2 sets, or rather lose the first 2 sets, that means you're giving up. You know what I'm trying to say? Giving the other team 4 points. But winning this last set, getting you 3 points, actually adds up over the season. And I have an example of that I can talk about in the scores later tonight when we talk about the end of the week 3 scores. There's actually a team in Group A? No, Group B actually has a team that does really well on their anchor matches, and because of that has actually been able to get pretty far here in this league. Great stuff here. Chewy going for the red RC on the 100 tension. 100 tension spent rather after that super, but it's still not enough to kill. It's Goldlewis. You got to get through all of that HP. Overhead connects. Oh my god, that one is unfortunate depending on who you're rooting for. Of course, better game design's popping off right now. But Ooey only missing out by 1 pixel. That is unfortunate. Can't fuck with that white wild assault red RC. Cheryo had you in the checkmate. We're evened up here 3-3.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
2S counter hit. Oh, Cheryo probably looking for a burst bait afterwards. Didn't want to go into a behemoth and get it baited. So the burst comes out. Oh my god, well spaced on that drone, able to finally get a behemoth. As soon as it went away, Ooey said, it's my turn to play. Cheryo said, nope, I still got a coffin. Oh, guys, hey, look at that. We're here on game 6, and Ooey with a lot of very early on Nagoriyuki PRCs. This time with the 50 tension, didn't go for that option. Maybe Ooey's got the stream unmuted. I don't know. Cheryo still, however, getting that round. Backdoor comes out. Overhead connects, goes for the reset here. Dude, these overheads, bro, Anji players will tell you they're reactable. They'll tell you they're reactable. Going into super. Look at this damage here against this Goldlewis, man. Not going to be enough to kill. Cheryo does have, basically will have burst here in a second. YRC to get you some more time. Counter hit on the 2D. Gets, oh my god, yo, you're getting anime fightered out here. Jesus Christ. The PRC keeping the whip throw safe. Cheryo decided not to do a button on the way down on the threat of a 6P from Ooey, but Ooey actually instead just getting a throw while you were on the ground. That was an awesome layer 3 right there. And that's what's so cool about these first to 5s, man. You got players as good as this on the screen. They're able to show you just how many tricks they have in their pocket when they're trying to win to get in the running for this $1,000 prize pool. Now, Just because you get out of the group stage doesn't mean that you're in the running for that money. Just getting out of groups does not mean you're in the running. You have to make it through the first round of the playoffs. So we'll have to see. And just because these teams are playing against each other doesn't mean that they can't both make it out. It all depends on the scores. We're just trying to fight for our placing right here. Good super coming out from OoeyGooey right now. Cheryo getting guts crushed. Unfortunately, won't be able to spend that 100 tension that we have in the back pocket. You're going to have to put that one in your savings account, homie. You're going to have to invest that 100 tension into crypto. You're going to have to put that 100 tension in your 401k, homie. OoeyGooey said the stocks are down. Good stuff. Okay. Now, this is where I say that the set points are going to come in. Because OoeyGooey on game 4, or rather has 4 games up. We're here on game 8. Only needs one more to win the set. But this has been back and forth the whole time. I've been having a great time watching this set. And I hope that both of our players have been happy with their play so far. It's not over yet. I don't want to talk like it is. 5D gets blocked. Oh, dude, look at that. We're not going for those Nagoriyuki PRCs anymore. Adapting to Cheryo's defense on that, but gets the parry on that distance. And OoeyGooey getting the wall break as well. Now is sitting here on set point. Cheryo has the option for that white wild assault, but can be a pretty dangerous option if you don't have the red RC to back it up. Well, dangerous. Well, maybe not dangerous, right? But you give up your turn. OoeyGooey saying, what are you talking about, homie? I'm beating up this Cheryo right now, but the 5D still getting blocked. Great defense even here so late in the set. You got to have that stamina. OoeyGooey cancels into the fan. That's going to be enough to kill. Team Factor securing 3 points of this team set against better game design. All right. So sorry. I'll give you a warning next time.
No, that's good.
Aboii. So awesome stuff from your team right there. Of course, you guys kind of mollywopped in those first 2 sets. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And then in that last set, unfortunately, Cheryo went down, but it was still well fought, at least in my opinion. How do you guys feel about that one?
Yeah, I mean, we planned that out pretty much how it went. We were pretty confident going into Team Factor that you know, OoeyGooey is a very strong player on their team, but other than that, they have a lot of weak links in accordance to our own characters. So because of that, we knew that no matter who they picked, that we could come out on top with the 2-1. OoeyGooey is a strong player. Cheryo unfortunately just got like a bit frozen up and wasn't representing throw. So OoeyGooey was able to take advantage of that, but I'm still happy about it. I know we're gonna have to look at some tiebreaker things, because while we've won more sets over Team Factor, I do believe they've won now both first to 5s, which means we're tied on points, but we're up on sets. It's a little weird.
Shoutouts to dude, yo, Aboii been keeping me in check in terms of these scores and stuff this whole time. I'm gonna keep it real. My man was ready day one, like, hold on, Jeek, what are the rules? I'm like, all right, I got you. And you're right. So you guys, you're right. You guys haven't played as many sets. Of course, at the end, or rather, team sets. At the end, you would have played 8 sets. Now, if just looking at it real quick, so you guys got 4 points there. So you're at 29. Team Factor got 3, so they would be at 32. But do you guys have another set after this or before? Did you guys play earlier tonight?
Yeah, we played before this. We 3-0'd.
Okay.
I was more worried because it's 4 and 3 points, right?
Say one more time. It's what?
That we gained 4 points and they gained 3, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I think no. Hold on, I miscounted. No, we actually go up 2 points. Then never mind. We're on top of this pool right now.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll ask this question. I'll leave it at that. You know, when we were seeding and we're putting people into their groups, it was, you know, it wasn't a secret that this was kind of the death group. Not only because there were some strong teams in here and strong players, We have Team Factor and Odin's but also your team, of course, has a lot of strong players. And I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I don't know if many people were excited about playing against 2 Goldlewises, 2 Potemkins, especially some of the best in the world. So what do you have to say to the fans at home that are actually rooting for better game design?
There's no one rooting for us. Let's be honest now. Everyone hates us, but we love the hate. We love everything coming our way. This is why we chose this team. This team used to be best game design because this team originated a long time ago with it wasn't the Aegis League. I forgot what it was. The 9 Moons 3v3 where it was me. It was me. This was like 2 years ago. It was me, Red I Am Not, and Tatsuo. If you remember Tatsuo, we had 3 white wad assaults. Yeah, that was when it used to be best game design, but fortunately we've migrated to blue wad assaults, so the bit's a little dead. But anyways, I think our team is pretty strong. I think we're gonna have a nice time in the playoffs, hopefully.
Awesome.
Unless we somehow lose everything.
Well, hey, don't jinx yourself now. Okay, so great stuff. Awesome to hear about the team name lore. As is tradition, I'm gonna hit you with one of these. I'm gonna send you on your way. Spaghetti or lasagna?
Probably lasagna, because like spaghetti's great and all, but lasagna you can do a lot of different things with it. You got ricotta cheese. Sometimes you can bake it. Spaghetti you can do all that, but lasagna usually comes out on top.
Hey, I actually agree with that one. Man, y'all been having some good answers tonight. I probably should have kept them in the room a little bit longer before I kicked them to let them know that I agreed with them. But anyways, if you hear this back, I agree with you. Our first team of the night is gonna be Bad Moon. It's gonna be Voltion, Ticklememour, OneTrueSnorlax, and Sola. They're gonna be coming up. As your first team is gonna be Sweet Tooth. Risk Candy and MarkThe are gonna be your first sets, but then the last set will actually be MegaRura in the first of 5. And you got I'm gonna spoil it for you. Of course, you know MegaRura for the Baiken, but my man also plays that Johnny. So a first of 5 is a really good set to have multiple characters in. MegaRura opted to be in that position. Grandino is going to be cheering from the sidelines. Yo, it's MegaRura from Sweet Tooth. How we living, homie?
What's good? How you doing? I'm doing great, bro.
Man, I'm having a good time. I appreciate, no, correct me real quick. Have you guys been on stream yet, or was it Bad Moon that hasn't been on? Have you guys been on stream yet?
No, we haven't been on stream yet.
Yeah, so the way I formatted this was that by the end of this week, everyone would have been on stream at least once. So thanks for being patient with that, y'all. Unfortunately, Sweet Tooth had to wait till week 4, but hey, what's the phrase? Good things come to those who wait. So glad to have you, MegaRura. So you're actually opting to be in the first of 5. What's the strategy there? You feeling confident about this first of 5?
Oh yeah, I'm confident about the first of 5. I'm really setting my team up for success. I feel like my teammates Risk Candy and Mark, we are great. We are great teammates, right? Like, I know that they are gonna kill it in the first of 3s and shit. So I'm just like, hey, I know where they're good at. I know where I'm good at. I got the crazy adaptations. I know I'm crazy at the game, and I'm confident in shit. So I'm hoping my teammates are confident as well. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, there we go. Hopefully they're hearing you from the stream right now, and they're inspired by your words. So sounds like you're feeling pretty good about this. I don't know off the top of my head your scores going into here. Okay, I'm looking at the scores right now. Just gonna keep it a buck. Your team is one of the stronger ones in this group in terms of your current placings in the scores. You are gonna have some threats in terms of Mash and Bad Moon. How you feeling about possibly making it out of this group? Are you feeling like you guys are gonna make it out on top? You feeling it's gonna be close? Like, what are you scared about, if anything?
We got the first seed. That's all I'm saying. By the end of this is done, boss is done, we got first seed. I'm saying, because I'm confident as shit, and Sweet Tooth on top. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, shit. Okay. Well, awesome. Glad to hear the confidence. Glad to hear you're having fun. As is tradition, I'm gonna hit you with one of these. I'm gonna send you on your way. MegaRura, Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink soda.
Hey, good answer. Good answer. Yo, Sola, how you living?
How's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Is my mic working? All right. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
it's working, chat. You hear? Sola, welcome. Sola, of course, I just want to call out real quick. You're a big TO in the scene, Sola. Plug it all right now. Hit us. What are the plugs right now?
Yeah, that's so true. All right, follow my socials. And then afterwards, I announce our bi-weeklies. Here, I'll even post it. You have to I put it in the team chat. You grab that one. But yeah, I host bi-weeklies. Currently on sort of a break because of CB and a lot of stuff I was moving around on May, but we'll be back in June.
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, what was your Twitter? You can put it in the chat. I don't think links are banned.
Where's the stream? Any of the stream link?
Oh, the stream? Shit. Twitch. Okay, I got you. Hold on. We're doing this live. Fuck it. We're doing it live. 1 second. Okay. Shit. You'll figure it out.
I got it. I got it. All right. Yeah, okay. I got it. All right. Yeah. There we go. Now I can plug myself.
All right. So there you go. So you can check out Sola. She hosts some stuff here in the online Guilty Gear Strive scene. Honestly, we got like one of the most active online fighting game scenes, like, period. I'm gonna keep it a buck. In terms of, at least in terms of quantity, we got a lot out here. Okay, so Sola, real quick, were you a combo breaker?
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Just a spectate this time around. Just a shout out and meet up with people. But yeah, I was around.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, as a spectator, you probably didn't have any close sets or anything, but I hope you got to play some casuals and stuff. What was your favorite thing about being a combo breaker this last weekend?
Oh, yeah, I loved meeting up with everyone. Normally I play a lot of people online, so got to run a lot of sets offline with people, so that was cool. But overall, yeah, just usually CB is pretty fun. You get to see everyone. The venue's really nice. Pretty I want to say it's pretty airy compared to Frosty's. It's not as stuffy, so it's nice. But yeah.
Well, there we go. All right, Sola. You're gonna have to remind me. Let me go ahead and see where. Oh wait, because you're the home team, so we don't know where you're gonna go yet, and you don't have to spoil it. But in terms of the away placements, Risk Candy was first, Mark was second, and MegaRura was third. You know, again, don't spoil it. But how are you feeling about your strategy going into this set? You guys confident about where you're gonna put everybody?
Yeah. I know Snorlax is very confident with where he's going. I'm fairly confident. We'll see. I know MegaRura plays Baiken a lot. So I'm assuming MegaRura has played games with all of them. I've talked with the Sweet Candy Shop people before, so we'll see if the training pays off. But yeah.
All right, we'll see. Sola, appreciate you coming on. Good luck in your sets. Before I send you off, I just got one quick question. Muffins or donuts?
Donuts.
All right. Good answer. I don't got anything clever to say. Just good answer. Our last team set of the night, everybody. It's going to be Bad Moon up against their first appearance of the JeekLeague, Sweet Tooth. Now these players are, I think both these players, right? Ticklememour, have you been in JeekLeagues before, right? If not, you know where they're at. Friday nights at 8 p.m. EST. Minimum $50 prize pools. If you want to come in on that Eno, get on a top 8 graphic and win some money, you know where to go. You hear me? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Risk Candy getting back thrown right here. That was kind of uncharacteristic of me. I'm going to keep it real with y'all guys. I'm just having a little fun right now. Tickle me more. Oh, that was that a slump setup? That one was crazy right there. Of course, it wouldn't have killed. I don't know any button right there from Eno that would have killed, if anything. So Tickle Me More with a really creative slump setup right there. That was kind of cool. Getting in with that dive kick. HCL in your back. Dropping you down with this 2K, 2D. Checking you with that 2K, but finally getting in with the S-stroke. Risk Candy going to get knocked out in this first round. Big shout-outs, y'all, to Idolo Class coming in with the raid. Appreciate you, my man. Shouts to Idolo, actually joined us for some of the restreams we did this weekend, and that was a lot of fun, Idolo. Thank you very much for hanging out. And if you guys feel so inclined, go ahead and shoot my man a follow. Can I do a real quick shout out? Idolo Class. There we go. Tiny Boar, if you know, you know. Tickle Me More, though. Got you picked up. Super comes out. Hard knockdown. Wrist Candy has so much meter to play with on the other side. 100 tension built up, but will you even get a chance to spend it? Unfortunately not. Ticklememour gets this first round of the first game. Great stuff. Guys, real quick shout outs, real quick plugs. Look at that prize pool. $1,000. Eventually we'll have a way for you to add claim codes. You know, Match Winner does the claim codes. But they expire after a month. So Jeek is a smart TO, guys. Jeek already knew that. Hey, I do some things right sometimes. I already knew that the codes expire. So I'm waiting until the grand finals night before I apply for the codes through Matcherino and get those applied so that they don't expire. And I figure more people will be ready to claim them by grand finals night than any other night. So, and goddamn, if you guys hang out for JeekLeague by grand finals and don't claim all those codes, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna hit you with a belt. Ticklememour. Get you with that mix with that red RC going to that overhead JS, dude. When that Eno walks at you like that, oh my god. It's scary, man. It is scary, but good far slash out of the corner. Wrist Candy has 100 tension to play with, and it's got you bouncing around, but Tickle said, hey, I gotta actually spend this burst if I want to win this round. Wrist Candy was able to get theirs back, but at the cost of a defeat there. Guys, shout out to Ticklememour's Twitter, by the way. Ticklememour has probably the best Eno mod I have ever seen, bro. That Eno mod goes fucking crazy. If you know, you know, bro. God damn. God damn, that Eno mod goes crazy. Yo, Ticklememour, you gotta drop the game banana link after this match, homie. God damn, Wrist Candy. Got 100 tension, trying to get out of this corner. Does so with Vault PRC. We're dancing around with those dive kicks. Big one in the chat. Yo, plug them on, plug them on. You know, you know. Wait, maybe at this point it's so, in my opinion, iconic to Ticklememour that that I don't even know if he wants to share it, to be honest with you. He's like, no, that's mine. Maybe he commissioned it. I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys. Great stuff here in this game too. We've been going back and forth, man. Wrist Candy has been going crazy on this Jonald. But Tickle able to get around that throw. BRC slowdown turns into this reset right here. Tickle playing with his food, man. But it's paying off. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-0. Here we go. Reminder, this is the home and away setup. Wrist Candy had claimed, or rather declared, that they would be going first here. Tickle saying, hey, I can take out a Jonald. Throw a Jonald my way. I can take it out. Look at dude. Oh my god, we're very active here in this neutral. HCL right there getting whipped. The 6P comes out, but we're getting the first hits. Wrist Candy. Meaty close slash. Try to go into that wild assault, but really well timed backdash there from Tickle. We're getting dive kicked on. That sultry performance. Good tech. Able to backdash and get a far slash. Punish Vault PRC to keep it sick. Dude, that was nuts. That stance overhead missed Finer. Also getting the card pop after Tickle was ready with the burst, though. But you got to get the round. You can't just burst it out of the corner. Now you also got to win the round. But Wrist Candy with some great defense in the corner here. Able to block those overheads. Able to get that tech just in time. Tickle unfortunately wanted to possibly get a dash up throw, but was too far away, and Wrist Candy was able to close it out. 5H into that MLA. Dude, that was a cool use of MLA right there. Of course, it didn't connect, but placed you in range for the close slash. Wrist said, hey, hold on. I want to take that much damage. I'm going to burst you back. Hard knockdown. Comes out. Tickle. About that 50 burst for themselves, but the fake safe jump JS right there. Wrist Candy. Try to go for a throw, but a light hit let us actually recover from the recovery of the throw, and then we got the Aboii after YRC gets baited, though. Tickle gets this second round. Yeah, that was an interesting interaction. Wrist did a throw, but because Tickle did a light normal on a, like, what was it, a 2P or 2K or something, Wrist actually recovered from the throw whiff and then was able to Aboii out of the corner. That was actually kind of sick. Good backdash on the meaty. Got to keep you humble. Hey, I may not have a DP, but I got that backdash. That's Guilty Gear Strive. I'm going to be slamming that bitch. Hit that macro. You can't hit me. Good air throw, though. Tickle me more with a really late overhead. Dude, Wrist Candy has such great defense, man. At the very least, we're not getting opened up by these random hits here and there, right? Tickle Me More's offense looks like that. You know, a lot of, like, you know, death by 1,000 cuts. It's, you know, what are you going to do, right? And look at this. Only needed one more hit. And, you know, Wrist Candy going for the projectile approach with the HCLs, with the notes, and was able to close it out. But, man, on that last round, that was feeling really close there. Great set for both of our players, but Tickle's going to take it. Coming up to our next set, guys, it's going to be Sola on the Glaceon GX. Yo, Sola, drop the deck list. Sola, you got the deck list, girl? Drop the deck list. Glaceon GX? Goddamn. Drop the deck list up against MarkThe. I'm a bit of a Gardevoir player myself. I played Gardevoir EX. I played the broken decks. I played ADP, Zacian ADP, and I played Shadow Rider Calyrex. My wife plays Mimikyu Hand Rip. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about? Anyways, Mark, in this install, has got you over here on the wall. Try to get you with the far slash. Went for the D install. Sola trying to get here out of this corner. Mark got the hop kick counter hit. It's going to turn that into a round win. Great stuff. Says, I don't play TCG, but Dunsparce is my GOAT through and through. Oh, well, Wrist Candy, you probably liked the new Dunsparce. I forgot his name in Scarlet Violet. My brother-in-law got the shiny one that's got like the 3 extensions, because there's like multiple forms, right? There's like one with there's like one with like 3 extensions and then 4 extensions or something, or is it 2 and 3? But my brother-in-law, he got the I don't know, he got the rare one. I don't know, he could be lying. I don't know. Maybe he hacked it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to relate. Chatters, YouTube chatters, go ahead and drop your favorite Pokemon. Would love to hear it right now, as Sola gets an awesome round here with that sweet spot gun. Had the yes tether applied against Mark as well. Great stuff. But yeah, YouTube chatters, if you're watching this far, drop your favorite Pokemon. And if you're in the chat too, you're in the Twitch chat, drop some more. Wrist Candy said Dunsparce. Master Ball rank Solgaleo. There you go. So you play some Solgaleo. Good stuff. I have to think about my favorites. I personally really like Jirachi. Jirachi is a very cute Pokemon. I really like Jirachi. Good hop kick right there from Mark. Fucking these players are playing their minds off right now. Good stuff with the D, and so I'm sitting over here thinking about my favorite Pokemon. Good job blocking that hop kick, keeping you back. Getting these hits. That 2S is so niche, guys, but when it connects and it hurts, it looks so good. I'm a big fan of Celebi. So Holly really likes salad. She really likes Brussels sprouts, apparently. But no, I like Celebi too. And like 2 evolutions. Personally, I'm an Eevee fan myself. Let me think. I like a couple Pokemon. It's kind of hard to pick my favorite. I would say one I really like is Joltik. I really like Joltik. He is very cool. Because he's very cute. Another Pokemon I really like is Esper. Esper is also, I like her because she's a small little cat and she's also really cute. In terms of playing the game, like the little bit I did of playing the game, I think my favorite Pokemon is Minccino, and I don't know if I'm saying their name right. I'm actually going to Google it. So Minccino, a furry gray chinchilla-like Pokemon. What do they evolve into? You guys even know? I like the one they evolve into. Cinccino. There you go. I like Cinccino, and I have a Cinccino that I named Butter. Sola's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm playing Guilty Gear Strive. Yo, this bot sucks. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Good cross up Johnson right there. MarkThe getting taken out back by this Baiken, but we got to throw right after. Sola linking into that 2K. After that throw, the S tether was applied. Coming in with that to Tommy, but it was well spaced out. Mark saw that and was able to jump over it, but the Johnson Red RC gets the burst here from this ABBA. JH whiffing and gets punished. Mark tried to get that close slash after, but Sola was ready with the burst. Hop kick into the D install. Gonna get this JD mix here in the corner. Great defense from Sola, but you can't block forever. Rekka start up in the Red RC. Accidentally dropped that close slash, but called that one a drop them all. Great stuff. Keeping you back. YRC being traded back and forth. Brave counter, if you know, you know. Install into the jump in. MarkThe showing you how strong that ABBA can be if you let her press down, down P. That's the input, right, guys? It's double down P. Or is it 214 P? Oh, God, I don't even know. I don't even know. The Tommy back. The Tommy back. H-cab whiffing right there. We get that second hit. Mark respecting the follow-up, but then catching you with that 5H. Look at this stuff, man. Hop kick from full screen. Got you on the wall. Sola did get her burst back. Yep, you got to block these squids, man. Jump back YRC. Wrist candy hit 6-3-2-1-4P. It's half circle back, so I was completely wrong. So I was completely wrong. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, what's the only double down input in the game, guys? What is it? It's just Happy Chaos, right? For reload? And didn't they actually change that? It's actually simpler to do now. Wings of Light. Jesus Christ. Why do I even say anything, bro? I just gotta shut up. My last favorite Pokemon, and we'll end that one, is Phantom. In Sword and Shield, I got a shiny Phantom from an egg, and I named him Twiggy Smalls. He's my friend, Twiggy Smalls. He's a little white, like he's got like he looks like a maple tree. Like you know how the Phantoms they're brown with green leaves. Well, Phantom shiny is like a white bark with red maple leaves. He looks really cool, and his name is Twiggy Smalls. Sola, deep JH right here. Keeping you back here with these 5K, 6Ks. The S tether makes that particularly dangerous. Mark has tension to play with, gets that counter hit close slash. Sola did just get her burst back, but wisely not spending it. We're going to take it to this potentially last round, or the start of the comeback for MarkThe. We'll have to see. JD into that counter hit close slash, man. Yep, you can't throw that one. You can't throw that one. Good stuff right here. Burst getting you some time to push back this ABBA. Mark able to get in with the red RC and then goes for that manual uninstall, which, guys, by the way, if you didn't know, is a half circle back. It's not any other input. Here you go. Great stuff, Mark. Getting that wall splat with the Rekka. It's going to be moving on. Trading back team sets back and forth, by the way. Last set of the night. And on the new map of all places, it's going to be MegaRura, Big Mother Plug, up against OneTrueSnorlax. Now, this may be the first Nago that we've seen here in the JeekLeague on stream. Or no. Bad Moon played earlier. They played in an earlier VOD. They may have been on stream. Anyways, supering through, saying, hey, I know that S tether into the 4-framer is true, homie, but not if I have this super. Trying to get around here with this PRC. Beyblade comes out. Oh, try to go for the parry, but dog. Snorlax with an amazing air stall right there. That was awesome. Shoutouts to Pokemon, by the way. I swear I wasn't even thinking about that when we were talking about Pokemon in the last set, but OneTrueSnorlax, of course, may or may not have a reference to a Pokemon, MegaRura. trying to get out of the corner here. For legal reasons, he doesn't. Burst gets baited. Snorlax with the red RC. Great stuff. Great start to this round. I thought Snorlax was Digimon. Exactly. No, Snorlax is you guys know that weird ass off-brand monster collecting game that was on the Game Boy in the Game Boy Color? Y'all old enough for that? You guys even know what I'm talking about? What the hell was that thing called? Yeah, Digimon, right? Okay, thank you, Ollie. No, what was it called? Monster Rancher? Was it called Monster Rancher? You guys know what I'm even talking about? Game 2 here. Good / counter hit right there. Shouts to the Twitch chat, guys. Twitch.tv/HG Snorlax. High on that blood, but this is a good sweet spot to be at, right? Your 5H and your 2H are so strong in this part of your blood. And of course, you have the chance to just get a bite at any one moment to deplete it and then go for some mix with Beyblades and DP overheads. Of course, you do have that decreased defense modifier, though, so you have to be careful. The trade hit comes out after the Beyblade. Snorlax probably pressing 5k there. Gets the trade on MegaRura and gets the round. Oh, try to go for that bite right there. Dude, the whiff animation for bite is so sick, by the way. How it, like, claps the teeth. That shit is so hype. The Tommy coming out. Mega getting hit by that HCAD downtown. Or rather, hitting with the HCAD downtown. You know what I'm trying to say. Super and through. Snorlax does have the burst here. Does have 50 tension. I don't know if we burst here. Especially after that YRC gets baited. Mega able to line up that 6H after that tether OTG. Great stuff, man. Tommy's press you back. Good just blocks here from MegaRura. 2H connects, bursting you back. At that sweet spot of the blood, man. Even FD, if you're in a weird spot, right? Because you don't really want the Nago that's pressing far / and threatening bite on top of you, right? So you want to FD them back. But when you're at a sweet spot of blood like that, you can hit with 5H, do the 2S after. You have the 2H, of course, if your opponent wants to jump out of the corner. Mega with some good stagger right there gets the run up throw, and in fact is able to actually steal the corner with this awesome setup, man. That setup is so mean. Good stuff right there, MegaRura. Getting game 2. Yeah, that setup is so mean, bro. Able to steal the corner with that tether, doing that jump backdash. Did I catch it? Unfortunately, did not catch it in the replay. Should have been quicker on the draw. But if you're on the VOD, you can just go back and look. Great stuff. Should have been quicker on that draw, guys. My bad.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Overhead connects, getting bursted back. 2H, a little bit of a whiff there. (2D) coming out. Oh, I like that flick on the tension right there. MegaRura. Unfortunately, though, getting picked up on that next hit, man. That projectile, that clone, it's a hell of a button. Good BRC drift forward, Snorlax. Unfortunately for them, stuck in the animation of their Beyblade. MegaRura was able to get that anti-air 5P, got that Yuuzhansen mix after, and was ready for a gnarly 5D route, possibly. Good stuff right there, MegaRura. Confirming that first round. Snorlax spending a lot of blood here, guys. Not going to be enough to pop, though. Mega getting that cross-up Yuuzhansen. Snorlax was ready with the block on it, though. You got to be careful about those really gnarly jump angles there from Baiken, are able to get those cross-ups on Yuuzhansen. But Snorlax, knowing the threat of it, is able to actually block it out. Good pickups here from Mega. Nice shimmy with that back jump Yuuzhansen. Snorlax here in the corner at the threat of this Baiken, at the mercy of it, but the 2D after 2K gets the pickup and is able to secure that round. Dude, that was a cool route right there.
Able to get that bite after as well. Great routing here from Snorlax. Goes for the red RC intentional blood pop to get more damage here. Won't have the tension on the other side, but will be able to pull up and get a lot of chip damage with those blood popped 5Hs. BRC to slow it down, but awesome patience there from OneTrueSnorlax. Of course, any one of us, right? You know, just the casuals at home. You're in Snorlax's position here. You press that PRC and you start 6P'ing here. But MegaRura answered back with their own, the BRC, you know what I'm trying to say, answered back with their own PRC. And Snorlax, probably expecting that, just waited this extra second, wanted to see where MegaRura would end up, and then anti-aired with the 5P on the other side. Great stuff. Great stuff, guys. We're going on to game 4 here. Definitely have been happy with the choice of these players being the first to 5s. As this has been pretty back and forth so far. Good just blocks from MegaRura. Try to get the Yozanten link after JS, but it wasn't deep enough, so it couldn't connect, and Snorlax gets another chance, fights you back, had the RC ready and everything, gets this first round. Alright, close slash. Oh my god, that burst bait was fucked up. Snorlax was really confident about that one. Snorlax was confident about that one. Keeping in the corner, saying, hey, if it's a back throw, forward throw, don't matter. You're going to be here in the corner. But that S-Tether is able to punish the DP. MegaRura able to get out. Great stuff. S-Tether applied. Snorlax is willing to challenge that 4-frame if they had the super, but not this time. Bar slash counter hit into this link after. Still had the tether applied, so the damage was good. Fake jumping in the red RC. No, the drop. Mega, please, God, MegaRura. Okay. Whew. Okay. My heart cannot handle a drop right there. Able to get it picked up on that JH Ozansen. Counter hit JS. Got you over here in the corner. Unfortunately, couldn't get that JH after. The blood's getting high. Oh my god, we're popping. Okay, thank God. MegaRura saw that blood pop come and Snorlax was ready with the burst. And by the way, I'm not trying to show any bias when I say thank God there. It just would have been unfortunate for you to not see it. But gotta give some trust to MegaRura. Definitely on lock here. That's a lot of damage, guys. Not enough to kill. Literally, the next touch from either player will do it. You gotta be careful. It's going to be the BRC 4-framer actually beating that 2S of OneTrueSnorlax. And just like that, guys, we're tied up. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate everybody who's been having fun. Anyone, if you had anything remotely nice to say about the league so far, thank you so much. You know, it's not just me running it, of course. Big shout outs to Holly and C-Roar moderating behind the scenes. C-Roar put together our score sheet. Holly's been helping tell players where to go and help organize the matches. Green has been handling the Discord, making the rooms. Of course, you saw Anchored last week doing commentary. Big shout outs to Wandering Human, who helped do many weeks of commentary. As well as helped me do some of the overlays, helped me set up the wheel. We did the announcement stream, did the seating also. If you're mad at the seating, at Wandering Human on Twitter, and air out your grievances. MegaRura getting that YRC from Snorlax, low HP here. 2H coming out, JH into the Ozansen, and the back throw is going to take it. Great stuff right there from Snorlax. Mega was fighting you back there for a second, though. Oh, well-timed projectile there from Snorlax. Actually able to call out MegaRura's guard cancel. The blood is high. Dude, MegaRura loves going for those cross-up Yozansons. And I was about to say, Snorlax has been pretty good about blocking them. But, dude, when they hit, they hurt. But just like that, we got a little comfortable with it. See, I think this replay is going to see the hit and the block. Look, the hit, getting this combo after. Go for the reset. Snorlax was ready with that block. Unfortunate drop.
No, that was supposed to be Yozansen, guys. Oh, no. Damn. I'm just now realizing what happened. Fuck. Snorlax saying, we take those. DP counter hit. Guys, I got, after I made that tweet about possibly doing the JeekLeague offline, I got 2 big DMs. I'm not going to lie to you. I got 2 massive fucking DMs. So, all I'm going to say is, I'm looking into it. That's all I'm going to say. Great stuff right here. Unfortunately, couldn't get the 5D after, but hey, we get the reset. We got 50 tension on the side of MegaRura, able to dance around that white wall assault. Couldn't get the next hit after, but hey, we got you in the stagger. Or maybe it was the chip. The chip damage with that Tatami Gaishi. We'll see. H-Cap. JH gets the hit after. High blood here for OneTrueSnorlax. MegaRura. Looking pretty good, though. Got this IBFE coming out. Red RC to keep this string going. Snorlax going to get the Fukio back there. Mega getting caught by that Beyblade. Unfortunate. Able to get in with that 2H. And I like that stagger right there with the H-Cap follow-up into the far slash. Able to whiff punish the 5K from Snorlax. And then OTGing after. Dude, when you're able to use tether to your advantage, like how Snorlax just did with that OTG, it's always so cool looking. Gets the bite. That was a low blood bite. Didn't expect that one coming. Good guard cancel, dash cancel from MegaRura. Trying to close the distance with that H-Cap follow-up. Snorlax, though, getting the hit to the red RC. Mega had to have the burst ready on deck. Mega will have tension to play with, guys, but it's going to be on the other side of the wall with this damage over to OneTrueSnorlax. Positive bonus, getting that tension back for this Naga. Well spaced there after the FD so that the 5H didn't connect from Snorlax, but the follow-up closes it out here in that game 6, excuse me. Mark, I don't think I have to look. I think, yeah. I think so, homie. What we'll end up doing at the end is we'll try to do as many stats that highlight players as possible. And I'm going to be honest, if you guys got ideas, feel free to drop them in the Discord in the JeekLeague channel, JeekLeague general chat. Feel free to drop any ideas for accolades and final awards and stuff. Because, of course, we're going to do, like, you know, one thing we're gonna do is like MVP, so like how that's gonna be graded, I don't actually know yet, but we're gonna have like rookie of the year and stuff, like to try to highlight players that are, you know, like that. Maybe like I don't know, definitely I think we can do character specific ones as well. So Mark's saying, hey, maybe I'm the best ABBA. I think you may be. So yeah, so we'll probably do like best for each character. I don't know, we'll see. If you guys got any ideas, drop them in general chat. And then we got some ideas for funny ones too. So we'll hopefully keep it entertaining. Good. Oh, still 2+. Snorlax tried to get a late cancel PRC right there after the far slash series into bite, but unfortunately was still 2+. Mega was able to get out of it. Well, depending on who you're rooting for. I'm saying unfortunately. Depends on who you're rooting for. If you're rooting for this MegaRura, then let's fucking go. Good back throw right there. S-tether applied. What's the setup? It's going to be that same side Yozansen. Dog. Oh my god, that is so violent. Guys, didn't I just say it's so cool when you're able to use that tether to your advantage? And just like that, Snorlax is on set point. Counter hits coming out into that OTG 6H after, man. Look at all that blood coming back for our Nago. Blocking on the other side. Great stuff here, man. That far hit red RC tries to get the Oki after, and it pays off. OneTrueSnorlax able to secure this first to 5. MegaRura doing a great job, but it's going to go to Bad Moon this time. Yo, Snorlax, yo, how we doing?
Yo.
How we living, homie? This profile picture got me acting up. Snorlax, how are you feeling after that set? You definitely had a fun one right there, able to secure that first to 5. Were you feeling pretty good about going into that one?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good about that one. Like, I haven't played for a minute, but I have played MegaRura in the past, so I had to just reach back into the archives for some memory.
There you go. MegaRura also had that Johnny. Were you ready for the Johnny if it came out?
To be completely honest with you, no, but I'm gonna lie and say that I was.
There we go. There we go. Homie, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What are you doing Friday nights at 8 p.m. EST?
As of right now, not much. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm asking because we may or may not host an open bracket every Friday at 8 p.m. EST with the $50 minimum prize pool, and we don't got enough Nagos, but I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Okay, Snorlax, were you a combo breaker?
Yes.
Oh, talk about it. Did you have a good time? You know, did you have fun? How was it?
I had a great time. I may have not signed up for Strive while I was there, but it was still good. I went around the Strive area, saw some of the old homies, had a good talk with them. Always good to see the game doing well.
There you go. So I'm looking at the scores now. The way it worked was that your team was one of the ones that had an early bye. So you had only had 4 team sets played by the end of week 3. Your peers had 5. So the scores were, you know, I don't want to say misleading, but aren't very representative of like where people show up. But I expect that you are on the team that is one of the favorites to get out between Sweet Tooth and Mash. How are you feeling about trying to get out of this pool?
I feel pretty confident. I think me and my team, we can handle that. We can make it out pretty easily. We just got to lock in.
There you go. You only got a few more sets left. There's this was only week 4. Week 5 will be next week, guys. Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. Snorlax, I got a this or that for you, and I'm gonna send you off on this weekday night. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles every day.
There we go. Hey, good answer. I'm going to send you on your way, but that was a good answer. Guys, that was the JeekLeague Week 4. Definitely some awesome sets here tonight. We'll tally up the scores. We'll get the stats ready for y'all. You'll be able to see just how hard you're going to have to lock in for this last week. The last week to decide who will make it out of pools and into the playoffs. But that's it for me. I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you around. Peace out.